Chapter 26. Vegeta, enough. 6th Universe's bench. Hey, that Piccolo can be reborn with severed limbs. Caulifla was surprised. They are all from Namek, what's so surprising? Gabe rolled her eyes at Caulifla. There are also Namek people in their universe, and the only Namek people are Subai's guards. They are also quite familiar with the Namek people. I'm surprised that our two universes are so similar. Caulifla scratched her head. But this Piccolo is obviously not as good as Frost, why do you want to fight? Use your energy. Subai pondered. He also remembered that, in the original comics, Piccolo was against Frost. After Piccolo knew that his strength was not as good as Frost's, he began to use attrition tactics. Get ready for the next Vegeta coming out. Deplete your opponents as much as possible before Vegeta enters the stage. Hey, isn't this a bit shameless? Kampa poked his head. But fighting with wheels, isn't that what it is? Vados covered his mouth and chuckled. Master Kampa, since this battle is a wheel battle, it is reasonable to consume. It's also a tactical use. Chi. Kampa spat unhappily. Forget it, no matter how they play tactics, Subai can beat them all by himself. Thinking of Subai's terrifying power, Kampa felt relieved a lot. Subai will definitely win this battle. Just, after winning, is the Super Dragon Ball still mine? Thinking of this, he secretly glanced at Subai. With Subai's character, he should have directly snatched his Super Dragon Ball, right? Having said that, what wish would Subai make? In the arena. Whoosh search. Frost stood still, shooting death beams continuously. And Piccolo is constantly dodging in the air. As soon as Frost stopped attacking, he stretched his arms and harassed Frost. And Frost doesn't look disturbed, and when he is about to attack melee, Piccolo will distance himself and take the initiative to dodge. Don't give Frost a chance to get close at all. In this way, Frost can only use energy attacks all the time. Damn it! Frost kept using this energy attack, and he felt that his physical strength was exhausted very quickly. But Piccolo's consumption was not small, and the constant dodging also made him sweat profusely. This battle has become a drain on stamina. The 7th Universe player seat. Good job, Piccolo! Beerus shouted happily from the side. That's it. Hold on. If you can't beat him, you'll consume his energy. Wait for Vegeta to come out on the stage, Frost who is in full form and not in full form, you can catch him. Piccolo, you have a good brain. Piccolo is really trustworthy. Son Goku also nodded. After realizing that he was not an opponent, he immediately changed his thinking and began to consume the opponent continuously. Paving the way for the next player to play, Piccolo is so reliable. Chi. Mind your own business. As for Vegeta, he clasped his hands on his chest and spat in displeasure. At the same time, he kept tapping his toes to suppress the impatience in his heart. In the arena, Piccolo's tactics worked. The referee explained wildly. Contestant Frost's physical strength has dropped a lot. If this delay continues, player Frost may not even have the strength to stand up when the next match begins. Piccolo still dodges Frost's attack. However, there are many more wounds on the body. A long defense is bound to lose, and although he used delaying tactics, he was hit several times. He is not feeling well either. But, it's better than admitting defeat directly. Just admit defeat, Vegeta is dealing with Frost in a full state. In Piccolo's view, it is rare to make a shot, and he must play his role as much as possible. While it does depend on Vegeta and Son Goku in the end, he doesn't want to just lie flat and do nothing. In this way, he endured the severe pain and kept consuming Frost. Try to let Frost consume a little more energy. Damn it! Frost gasped, he didn't expect Piccolo to be so difficult. Tactics are so annoying. Just when the two were at a stalemate. Boom! A key blast from outside the ring hit the middle of the ring. Who? Everyone present looked at the shooter in surprise. It is Vegeta. Enough! Vegeta flew over the ring, glanced at Piccolo, and then at Frost, whose strength had weakened. Piccolo, hurry up and stop insulting me in this way. Piccolo was silent. Oh oh oh! The referee yelled. There is an unexpected change on the field. The second contestant of the 7th Universe, Vegeta actually played early. But Player Vegeta, please exit. You can't compete until the Piccolo player admits defeat. Frost stopped too, looking at Vegeta, wondering what he was up to. Admit defeat. Vegeta sneered. Piccolo, you've thrown in the towel, haven't you? Piccolo. Piccolo was silent for a while, then said. Yes, I admit defeat. Then, he walked off the ring directly. Hey. Vegeta guy. Beerus widened his eyes. How could he act without authorization and take the initiative to make us reduce our staff? Vegeta is really... Son Goku also covered his face. Okay. I don't know why. But the 7th universe gave up. Combo laughed triumphantly. Haha, we are now one person ahead. Ah. It's really changing rapidly. The host was also shocked. Then, in the first round, Frost wins. Player Piccolo leaves. Then the second game, Player Frost, against Player Vegeta. In the arena. Eat. Vegeta threw a bean casually. Hi. Frost was taken aback. Chapter 27. Piccolo abstained and Vegeta played. Seeing Frost in a state of distress, Vegeta directly threw a fairy bean in the past. Eat him, and after recovering, fight me again. In the spectator seats of the 7th universe, Beerus was dumbfounded. Hey, what are you doing? Vegeta, why are you healing the enemy? Piccolo's hard-fought advantage is gone. Vegeta is too proud and doesn't want to take advantage of his opponent. Son Goku shook his head helplessly. Especially, this guy looks so much like Frieza. Vegeta is even less likely to take advantage of him. But it's a tournament now. Beerus bared his teeth angrily. At a time like this, how handsome are you? 6th universe's bench. Hey. Really? Caulifla's eyes widened. This guy actually took the initiative to heal the injuries of our players. He's such a nice guy. This person is too unreasonable. Gabe had a different opinion. Obviously his teammates have spent a lot of effort and endured so much pain to establish a physical advantage. He doesn't know how to cherish it. It's not unreasonable. Subai shook his head. Vegeta is just too proud to take advantage of his opponent. He is the Prince of Saiyan, pride is everything to him. He's Saiyan's prince. Hearing this, Gabe and Caulifla couldn't help but look at Vegeta a few more times. This 1m6, turned out to be the prince of the 7th universe Saiyan. I missed it. I really missed it. On the ring, Frost looked at Xiandu in front of him and hesitated. What's wrong? Are you still afraid that I won't be able to poison you? Vegeta spat in disdain. Vegeta, don't do such small things. This is the fairy bean. After eating it, you can instantly restore your physical strength. Looking at the hesitant Frost, Vegeta thought they were not in the universe, and Frost had never seen them. So it was explained. I know, we have fairy beans in the universe. Frost nodded, and then looked at Subai. What? Your universe also has fairy beans? Vegeta was surprised. Immediately, it calmed down. After all, it is a twin universe, it is normal to have it in the 7th universe, and it is normal to have it in the 6th universe. No need to be surprised. But he didn't know that there was no such thing as fairy beans in the 6th universe. Because there is no Earth in the 6th universe. The celestial beings on the 6th universe are all redeemed by Subai from the system space. What do you see him doing? Vegeta frowned. Frost is still holding the fairy beans, looking at Subai. Whether I want to recover my strength is entirely up to the master. Frost whispered. What? He's your master? Vegeta was startled. That's Saiyan. Yes, more than that, he still. So Frost told Vegeta what he had told Piccolo before. Piccolo also told Son Goku and Beerus what he had seen on the 7th universe's bench. That Saiyan is the #1 expert in the 6th universe, and the king of Saiyan. At this moment, both Vegeta and Son Goku looked at Subai together. They are looking forward to a fight with Subai. See how strong Subai is. Chi, what is the #1 expert in the 6th universe? Beerus plucked his ears disdainfully. The #1 master of the universe should be gods of destruction. How can this Saiyan surpass gods of destruction? What if he beat gods of destruction? Son Goku said innocently. How is it possible? it is impossible for human beings to defeat gods of destruction. Beerus pouted. I heard that there is a human being in 11 universe, whose combat power surpasses gods of destruction. Whis interjected from the side. Chi, you've said it all, it's just about combat power. Beerus clicked his tongue. He has heard of that human being. Besides, he is the only one out of the entire 12 universe. You can imagine how difficult it is for humans to surpass gods of destruction. Beerus glanced at Whis. Master Beerus is right. Whis nodded and didn't say much. Son Goku on the side was anxious. What are you talking about? Has a human surpassed gods of destruction? Who? Who? Can I fight him? Can Lord Beerus introduce me? You battle freak, win the group arena first. Beerus gave Son Goku a big sum. Then I won, can I go and fight that person? Son Goku couldn't help but excitedly asked. Let's talk after we win. Beerus said helplessly. Son Goku is such a fighting maniac. In the arena, Frost held the fairy bean, although his physical strength has dropped a lot, and he has a lot of wounds. But he didn't take a bite, just looked at Subai. Let's eat. Subai signaled to Frost that he could eat the fairy beans. Thank you, Master. Frost ate the fairy beans after getting permission. Boom. In an instant, Frost's physical strength fully recovered. Vegeta on the side looked at Frost in disbelief. Is that Saiyan so powerful? To make Frost so respectful. Even eating a fairy bean depends on his face. I must win. Vegeta secretly clenched his fists. Win to the end and fight that Saiyan. I'd like to see what's so special about that Saiyan. Chapter 28. Then. The referee looked at the two of them and announced. Since both players are ready, I declare. Round 2. Frost from the 6th universe, against Vegeta from the 7th universe. War. Yet. Frost was furious instantly, and purple flames soared into the sky. Since his physical strength has fully recovered, he can also release it without any restraint. Vegeta. I won't be careless. I know how strong Saiyan is. You transform directly. Boom. The muscles on Frost's body suddenly swelled. This is the strongest form he can do so far. Energy 100%. In the original book, the form that was only realized on the Tournament of Power. Under the teaching of Subai, he realized it very early. 7th Universe's bench. This form brings back memories of the past. Son Goku scratched his head. At the beginning, on Namek, Frieza used this to fight against his Super Saiyan. Chi, you even look down on me. Piccolo sighed resentfully. After fighting with me for so long, he still hides such a powerful transformation. Hey, Son Goku, is Vegeta okay? Beerus looked at Son Goku beside him as Frost transformed again. Haha, Master Beerus, don't worry, even if Vegeta loses, I'm still there. Son Goku signaled Beerus to rest assured. You kid. Beerus glanced at the playful Son Goku. Forget it, although you are unreliable in normal times, you are very talented when it comes to fighting. Then, Beerus didn't care. He felt that what Son Goku said was fine, with Son Goku around, Vegeta would be fine even if he lost. Double insurance. Don't be afraid. In the arena. Very good. Vegeta clenched his fists. Since you're anxious about my transformation, then watch it. Boom. Vegeta was furious instantly, and a golden aura rose up. Super Saiyan. Really? Frost's expression became more dignified. Saiyan from the 7th universe can also transform into a Super Saiyan. 6th universe's bench. Hey! Saiyan from the 7th universe can transform into a Super Saiyan. Gabe's eyes widened. What's the big deal, isn't it just a Super Saiyan? Caulifla didn't care. It's amazing, our Saiyan from universe was able to transform into a Super Saiyan, and it was taught by the Master. Gabe marveled. No one taught them, did they figure it out by themselves? If no one taught you, transforming with your own ability is indeed a bit powerful. Caulifla scratched her head. However, they shouldn't be able to transform into Kaolin, right? Probably not. Gabe agreed. Kaolin is a transformation completely different from KSI, and the difficulty of transformation is not at the same level as KSI. Saiyan from the 7th universe, I estimate that he can transform into the Super 3 stage at most, and it is impossible to transform into Super Blue. Well, I think so too. Caulifla nodded. Subai didn't speak, just stroked his chin. In the arena. Hey! Frost, I'm going to make a move. Vegeta snorted. Come on, I'm ready. Frost carefully maintained his fighting posture. Whoosh! As soon as the voice fell, Vegeta had disappeared in place. So fast! Frost was shocked. Before he could react, Vegeta kicked him out of the ring. Between the lightning and the flint, the outcome has been divided. Ah! Too fast, too fast! The host was stunned. Vegeta defeated Frost in less than a second. Unbelievable! Under the ring, Frost, who fell on the ground, was still a little confused. I will lose. Knock me out with one kick? The 7th universe, the player's seat. Well done, Vegeta! Beerus pumped his fist excitedly. Vegeta is really amazing. Son Goku also praised. It will directly bring back a victory for our 7th universe. Piccolo has complicated eyes. Once upon a time, he also surpassed Vegeta. Well, when he was Fusion God, he tied with number 17. Now, it is completely surpassed by Vegeta. Saiyan race, what a bug! Piccolo bared his teeth. The auditorium of the 6th universe. Ah! I lost. Caulifla covered her head sadly. This Saiyan is so powerful. Gabe exclaimed. It is difficult for him to kill Frost in a flash at the first level of the super game. This fellow, Vegeta, is really merciless. Subai also shook his head. Vegeta is still Vegeta after all, completely ruthless. Fighting with you, no nonsense, as soon as you can. It will not be like Son Goku, starting with a warm-up and taking it slowly. Sorry, Master, I lost. At this time, Frost flew over. It's okay, we still have Gabe. Subai signaled Frost not to blame himself. Yes. After saying this, Frost retreated behind Subai. Then, Gabe, it's your turn. Subai looked at Gabe. Yes, Master. Gabe's eyes flashed with fighting spirit. It can be seen that his fighting spirit has been inspired by Vegeta. Excited to try. Don't be careless, go. Subai waved his hand. Chapter 29. Go, don't be careless. Subai waved his hand. Yes. Master. Gabe responded, and then flew to the ring. 7th universe over there. It's the little Saiyan. Son Goku mused. I didn't expect the opponent's second player, so I sent Saiyan. Chi, what's the big deal? Beerus pouted. Vegeta transform me into Super Blue, take it in one fell swoop. Master Beerus, don't forget that Super Blue consumes a lot of energy. Whis reminded from the side. After Vegeta transforms into Super Blue and defeats an opponent, he may not have the ability to continue combat. Are you sure you want Vegeta to be Ultra Blue from the start? Ah, haha, it's better to be steady, take your time. Beerus laughed dryly. He didn't want Vegeta to leave the game prematurely. In the arena. It's you. Vegeta looked at Gabe and nodded. Everyone is Saiyan, and he still has a little affection for Gabe. Of course, only a little bit. Please advise. Gabe stood on the ring and bowed slightly. Chi. Looking at Gabe's polite bow, Vegeta couldn't help but think of Son Goten. When he thinks of Son Goten, he can't help but think of Son Goku, and when he thinks of Son Goku, he gets upset. You Saiyan, why are you so polite? Vegeta looked at Gabe unhappily. Come on, have a good fight with me, and stop talking nonsense. I see. Gabe nodded. I will fight you with my heart. Seeing that the two contestants were ready, the host took a deep breath and shouted into the microphone. Then. Gods of Destruction Fighting Selection Competition, the third round. Gabe from the 6th universe. Against Vegeta from the 6th universe. Start, race. Boom. The start sound just fell. Gabe also directly transforms into Super Saiyan. Good boy, it's interesting this way. Seeing Super Saiyan's transformation, the corners of Vegeta's mouth slightly raised. However, it's just that, it's not my opponent yet. Vegeta confidently stretched out his thumb and pointed to himself. I will defeat all the contestants in your 6th universe. Finally, defeat your king with my own hands, and I will be the strongest Saiyan of the 2 universes. If you want to defeat our king, you must defeat me first. Gabe took a deep breath. Humph, yes. Vegeta snorted coldly. When I defeat all of you, I will take a good look at that time. How strong is your king? After saying this, Vegeta sprints straight away. Rushed to Gabe. This kind of power is not enough to defeat our king. Gabe was furious, and rushed towards Vegeta. Bang 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 bang. In an instant, the two fought together. In just 1 second, the two of them passed several tricks. It's not at the same level as the previous battle with Frost. Even the arena began to crack. 6th universe's bench. Chi, this arena doesn't seem to be as good as our planet Sharda's arena. Caulifla curled her lips. I thought Angel was so powerful, but the arena I built was so weak. Oh? Little girl, what is the material of your ring on planet Sharda? Vados looked at Caulifla. After all, she and Whis built the ring. Now some people say that the material of the arena is not good. Isn't that a slap in the face? On our planet Sharda, the arena used for fighting is Caxan steel. Caulifla raised her head proudly. Vados. It turns out to be the hardest metal in the universe, Caxan steel. Excuse me. It is really extravagant to use so much Caxan steel to build the arena. But think about it carefully, the owner of the planet Sharda is Subai. With Subai's strength, it is really easy to build a Caxan steel arena. Thinking of this, Vados couldn't help but glance at Subai. What's wrong? Do I have flowers on my face? Subai looked at Vados. Ah, no, I was just thinking, the food in your canteen is delicious. Vados shook his head hastily. If it's delicious, I'll keep coming. Subai shrugged. No, I'm Angel, and I need to take care of Lord Kampa's daily life. Vados gritted his teeth. That's easy, you just need to be my angel. Subai suggested. Huh? It's not impossible. Then let the Grand Priest find an angel for Lord Kampa. Vados thought seriously. Kampa? You too, seriously? Are you really digging my face? Do you really think Kampa, is easy to bully? But, thinking of Subai's method. Forget it, seeing that the sauced big bone is delicious, I'll bypass you. Afterwards, Kampa snorted coldly and looked towards the ring. Under the torment of Vegeta and Gabe, the arena at this moment is already in pieces. Chi, kid, there is something. Vegeta punched out. You are also very strong. Gabe blocked it with a palm, and then followed with a kick in return. Humph. Boy, that's really good. Vegeta also kicked, interrupting Gabe's attack directly from the air. However, let's stop here, I can't waste too much time on you. Vegeta took a deep breath, and immediately blasted back a few meters. Get rid of you trash fish as soon as possible, so that I can challenge your king. After saying this, Vegeta put both hands together in front of him. Want to run? Seeing Vegeta's retreat, Gabe immediately wanted to follow. But, suddenly, he discovered that Vegeta was gathering energy. Not good. Gabe was shocked, if he went directly like this, he would definitely be hit. Ultimate Flash. Vegeta sipped. Chapter 30. Ultimate Flash. The moment Gabe was in a daze, Vegeta had already burst out with the Ultimate Flash. Hateful. Seeing that the energy was about to hit him, but he couldn't dodge in time. Ah! At the critical moment, Gabe gave him a boost. Whoosh! Gabe dodged the blow. He directly transformed into a Super second stage. I didn't expect to be forced to this point by you as soon as we fought. Gabe, who had transformed into Super 2, stood aside and looked at Vegeta. Chi. The second level of Super Saiyan. Vegeta spat. However, the game is over. Gabe took a deep breath, lightning scattered all over his body. Whoosh! In an instant, Gabe rushed in front of Vegeta. Straight punch. Boom! Vegeta stopped the punch, and his whole body was crackling. What? Gabe was taken aback. He didn't expect that his Super 2 attack would be blocked by Vegeta. Boy, don't look down on people. Vegeta held Gabe's fist, and lightning was everywhere around him. He also transformed into a Super 2. Do you think that you are the only one who can transform into Super 2? 6th Universe's bench. Wow! This uncle can actually transform into Super 2. Caulifla's eyes widened. I turned into Super 2 at the time, and I was still out on a mission with Kyer, and I succeeded in my transformation when I encountered danger. When Gabe transformed into Super 2, he also experienced a lot of crises. I didn't expect this humble uncle to be able to transform into Super 2. Has he really experienced any dangerous ordeals? Is Chow Er so worthless? He has experienced more hardships than you think. Subai just smiled. Hi. Caulifla scratched her head. Nor did she question the veracity of what Subai said. In other words, she believed in Subai unconditionally. This uncle, has he really experienced so much? Some. In the arena. What? Seeing Vegeta transform into Super 2, Gabe was shocked. At this time, Vegeta kicked Gabe. Ah! Gabe screamed and was kicked out. This blow hit the door. Boy, distraction is a big taboo when fighting. Vegeta educated. Sorry, I won't do it next time. Gabe stood up. Chi. Seeing Saiyan being so polite, Vegeta was upset. Show some real skills, if you are at this level. Just admit defeat quickly, so as not to be embarrassing. Okay, be careful. Gabe slowly moved the energy with both hands. Hi. Vegeta frowned. The 7th universe, the player's seat. Hey, this is the trick. Piccolo was slightly surprised. This kid, maybe he's a genius. Son Goku was also amazed. Because judging from the opponent's starting move, this move is obviously the ultimate flash that Vegeta used before. You can learn the other party's moves just by looking at them. What is a genius? I can do it too. At this moment, Bu, who had been silent all this time, poked his head over. Son Goku. Okay, I know you can do it. Then praise me too, saying that I'm also a genius. Bu looked at Son Goku with starry eyes. Piccolo covers his face. Is this Bu still a child? Satan! Son Goku yelled Satan. Hey, here we come. Satan came over and grabbed Bu. Come on, Bu, let's go and play, it's fun. In the arena. Ultimate Flash. Gabe directly used this move. Humph. You want to beat me with my moves? Vegeta also gathered his hands together. Then come on. Let me see. Ultimate Flash. Boom. The ultimate flashes of the two collided directly. The host was shocked. Following Frost and Piccolo, there's another boom scene. What a powerful energy. I have to hide for a while. After saying this, the host hurriedly distanced himself from the ring. No way, the energy of these two people is not at the same level as Piccolo and Frost before. The host felt it, even a trace of leaked energy could destroy him. Your name is Gabe, right? Vegeta maintained the ultimate flash. Very good, good fight. The only thing that displeases me, you boy, you don't look like Saiyan at all. Why am I not like Saiyan? Gabe was dizzy. He is Saiyan, how can Saiyan not be like Saiyan? Not as proud as Saiyan. Vegeta snorted coldly. Gabe. What is that? Humph. Seeing Gabe like this, Vegeta just snorted coldly. It's fine if he doesn't understand, he doesn't bother to talk too much. Hey, Gabby, is this your limit? Vegeta greeted again. How is it possible? Gabe took a deep breath. I still have my cards in the hole. Really? Then show me what cards you have. Vegeta shouted. I'm afraid that after my whole card is played, you will have no chance. Gabe said. Ha ha ha, you look down on me. Vegeta smiled, come if you have the ability. Let me see how strong your cards are. Okay. Don't regret it. After saying this, Gabe raised his breath while maintaining the ultimate flash. Hat. Moment. The ultimate flash on Gabe's side burst out, directly crushing the ultimate flash on Vegeta's side. What? Surprised, Vegeta dodged to avoid the oncoming ultimate flash. Then, he looked at Gabe in shock. Chapter 31. What? Not only Vegeta, but everyone on the 7th universe side looked at the ring in shock. Because Gabe's current transformation form is exactly the color of Super Saiyan Blue. Hey, did that kid turn into Kalen? Beerus was stunned. They can also transform into Kalen. Son Goku's expression became more dignified. It seems that this will be a fierce battle. Whis whispered. Yeah, after all their king hasn't made a move yet. Son Goku looked in the direction of the 6th universe. However, I'm not afraid, but instead, I'm getting more and more excited. A stronger opponent. 6th universe's bench. Ah! Gabe has turned into Kalen now. Caulifla scratched her head. Before the Super Blue is actually completed, it is the full power of the Super Blue, or the Super Blue restrained. The Ultra Blue Air Leak is pretty serious, basically a one-time transformation. As long as you transform once, the next time you transform, your energy will be greatly reduced. In this kind of arena, if you transform into Kalen too early, even if you beat your opponent, it will be difficult to win the next round due to exhaustion. In the wheel battle, it is obviously unwise to go all out in the first round. He trusts you. Subai smiled. He should be thinking, try his best, and hit as many as he can. After doing our best, the remaining enemies will be handed over to you. That's it. Caulifla clenched her fists. Yes, Gabe, just try your best to fight. The next opponent, I will beat them all by myself. In the arena, Vegeta was also full of surprises. Just kidding. This brat could turn into Kalen? Won't you? Gabe looked at the shocked Vegeta, thinking that he wouldn't transform into Kalen. Super Saiyan Blue color is really difficult to transform, and I practiced it for a long time. However, I think your potential is very good, and you can compete with me in both normal and super game states. If it's you, practice hard and work hard, you will be able to do it one day. Hearing Gabe's words, Vegeta was taken aback for a moment, and then burst out laughing. You kid, who do you look down on? Boom! In an instant, blue light rose up. Ultra Blue Vegeta. Do you think my uncle can be Super Blue? Vegeta pointed at himself with a thumb. What? Looking at Kalen Vegeta, Gabe's expression moved slightly. The other party can also transform into Kalen? 6th universe player seat. Hey, can they transform into Kalen too? Combo looked dumbfounded. Saiyan from the 7th universe, there is something. Caulifla looked a little excited. Her fighting spirit has also come up. It was Subai who guided you to transform into Kalen, right? Kampa glanced at the excited Caulifla. What's wrong? Is there a problem? Caulifla turned to look at Kampa. It's okay. Kampa bared his teeth. Saiyan from Universe 7 looks very talented. Without Subai's guidance, they can even transform into Chao Lan. In the arena, the host sneaked out. Is the energy battle over? Oh! Another surprise has happened. In the arena, both Gabe and Vegeta have new forms. Blue hair. Looking at the Super Blue Vegeta, Gabe quickly recovered from the shock. I didn't expect that you can also transform into Kalen. Very good, so the battle is more interesting. Chi, boy, don't be too proud. Vegeta curled his lips. Tell you, I'm from our universe, the Super Elite Saiyan. The elite of the elite. Understood? Under the transformation of the same level, the elite is undoubtedly stronger. So it is impossible for you to beat me. That's amazing. Gabe scratched his head inexplicably. Then please be merciful. Don't come to the competition if you're afraid of death. Vegeta snorted softly. Get ready, kid, I'm going to attack. Yes. Gabby nodded. Whoosh. In an instant, Vegeta disappeared in place. Gabe didn't get any ink marks, and disappeared together. In the middle of the ring. Boom. The two appeared at the same time, and their knees collided directly. Boom. Huge energy erupted from the center of the two. The already shattered arena is shattered again. Ah! The two changed their moves at the same time. Put your knees in and grab each other with your hands. Boom! Vegeta's hands grabbed Gabe's hands, and the two wrestled in the middle of the ring. Crackling! Lightning bolts and air currents scurry around the two of them. In the blink of an eye, the edge of the arena was completely blown up. 6th universe's bench. The quality of this arena is really bad. Caulifla curled her lips aside. Vados. You. As a dignified angel, he has been questioned by a human all the time. Now, Vados can't take it anymore. She took out the scepter, lightly. When Vegeta and Gabe wrestled, the broken ring was being repaired at an extremely fast speed. Vados repaired the ring, and it was repaired steadily, and it would not affect the two people on the ring at all. Soon, Vados will restore all rings. At the same time, Vados used his divine power to strengthen the ring. In this way, without the strength of gods of destruction level, it is impossible to destroy the ring again. P.S. Chapter 13 of the original manga is used here, and the settings for Kalen are used. Before the Super Blue restraint is completely completed, the Super Blue consumption is very huge. After one transformation, the energy will be greatly reduced, even worse than Super Red. Chapter 32. In the arena. Ah! Gabe and Vegeta are still wrestling in the Super Blue state. Boy, you are so strong, you can even compete with me. Vegeta praised. Thank you for the compliment, Gabe responded. But at this moment, Vegeta suddenly pulled his hands back. Gabe lost his center of gravity and rushed towards Vegeta. Vegeta followed suit and directly lifted Gabe into the air. Whoosh! In an instant, Vegeta disappeared on the ground and rushed into the air. Boom! A full elbow hit Gabe to the ground. Boy, don't praise you, just get carried away. Vegeta stood in the air, looking down at the embarrassed Gabe. Ahem, I. Gabe held his chest and slowly stood up on the ring. Gabe still wanted to say something, Vegeta had already stretched out his arms and opened his palms. Let me see your full strength. A cloud of energy gathered in Vegeta's hands. Whoosh whoosh. In the air, countless air bombs attacked Gabe from Vegeta's hands. 6th Universe Player Seat. Hey! Gabe! It's dangerous. Caulifla looked worried. It's also Kalen, is there really a gap? Compo was also a little anxious. After all, it was the player on his side who fell into the disadvantage. Of course not. Subai pondered. The blessings of Kalen are the same. If the normal state of the two is the same, the strength after transformation will be the same. It's just that in a battle, it's not only the combat power that affects the outcome, but also the mentality and determination. Am I right, Vados? Vados. You see what I do? Are you hinting at me? Does it imply that I didn't have the consciousness of desperately before? Ahem, Mr. Subai is right. Vados looked towards the middle of the ring. In terms of mentality, Mr. Vegeta has a stronger fighting spirit. Mr. Gabe's words are too timid and too conservative. In this way, Mr. Gabe will be suppressed. Damn it, bastard Gabe! Caulifla gritted her teeth in the contestants' bench. Seeing that Gabe was at a disadvantage, he wished he could rush up and replace Gabe. Suddenly, Caulifla thought of something. Hey! Gabe! The master is very disappointed in you. How can you be suppressed? Caulifla yelled down the ring. It was this roar that ignited Gabe's great fighting spirit. What? The master is disappointed in me? It is a rare opportunity to perform, and I must not admit defeat. Gabe was furious instantly. Bounce off Vegeta's gas bullet, and fly into the air. Boom! Gabe punches Vegeta in the hand. Very good, a very powerful punch. This is what it means to fight. Vegeta smiled. However, Gabe is now full of fighting spirit, so why would he talk about this? At the moment of being held by Vegeta, a golden hook was directly hung upside down. Turning 180 degrees in the air, he kicked Vegeta to the ground with one kick. 6th Universe's bench. Caulifla, don't talk nonsense, I won't be dissatisfied with Gabe because of a match. Subai covered his head helplessly. For him, this match was a joy. The outcome has already been decided, he just wants to enjoy the battle of Son Goku and others. And, finally Shenron makes a wish. Everything else is trivial to him, and he doesn't care. Haha, so he is motivated. Caulifla scratched her head. Look, don't you have the advantage now? How great! Okay, I really can't do anything about you. Subai shook his head helplessly. Concentrate on watching the game. Yes, master. Caulifla nodded. In the arena. Bastard boy! Gabe kicked Vegeta onto the stage, wiped the corners of his mouth, and then looked at Gabe in the air. How dare you shoot me down? Whoosh! Vegeta was so angry that he rushed directly to Gabe. I won't admit defeat to that. Gabe let out a low growl, and rushed towards Vegeta. Bang bang bang! The two directly fought together. Ah! Vegeta kicked, Gabe blocked it, and then punched him. Whoosh! Vegeta disappeared immediately. Bang bang bang! The normal state of the two is almost the same, and after transforming into Kalen, it is also the same. This battle is destined to be a protracted one. The 7th universe player seat. Damn! Vegeta won't lose, will he? Beerus looked worried. You know, Vegeta is the trump card of their universe. The ace player was in a stalemate with a random player of the opponent. You know, the opponent's boss hasn't made a move yet. Does Master Beerus know how to be afraid now? Whis covered his mouth and chuckled. Don't worry, isn't there Monica who is #1 in the universe? Beerus. Hee. Lord Beerus, don't worry, didn't I say it before? And mine. Son Goku stood up, pressed his legs, it was obvious that he was eager to try now. Damn it, Vegeta bastard! Beerus bared his teeth. Win this game for me. Otherwise I'll destroy him. Seeing Compass' smug look, Beerus was upset. How can we lose that? In the arena. Boom! Vegeta punched Gabe in the face. Gabe also punched Vegeta directly in the face. At this moment, the two hit each other at the same time. P.S. About adding more, today there are more than 5,000 flowers, according to 1000 plus 1, it is 5 more. So, 4 plus 5, tomorrow is the 9th watch. Please give the author some time, tomorrow will be 9 more, today is yesterday's 4 plus 2. Chapter 33. Chi. The two were knocked back at the same time, and then looked at each other. This guy is really a strong opponent. In a blink of an eye, the two were fighting together again. Bang 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 bang! Clap 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 clap! The battle between the two has reached a fever pitch. There was another collision, and the two separated again. Very good, let's use this trick to directly decide the winner. Vegeta put both hands in front of him. Come on! Gabe was not to be outdone. When you see Vegeta's hand, you know what he wants to do. 7th universe viewing seats. Oh! Vegeta finally decided to use the ultimate flash to decide the outcome. Son Goku's eyes light up slightly. The spectator seats of the 6th universe. Shoot him away in one go, Gabe. Caulifla was still full of energy. Ultimate flash. The two maintained their super blue while releasing the ultimate flash. Boom! Huge energy, instantly impacting the audience. Even the auditorium was not spared. Humph! On the side of the 6th universe, Subai let out a soft snort, and a light curtain appeared. Moment. The energy of the ultimate flash was completely blocked by Subai. 7th universe here. Faced with a powerful energy impact, Son Goku had to transform into Super Saiyan to block the impact. Hey! Whiz! Beerus sat there, looking at Son Goku and Piccolo who were struggling to resist. Including and further afield, Kling et al. Understood, Master Beerus. Whis nodded lightly. A layer of light curtain appeared, blocking the impact on the two of them. Thank you Mr. Whis. Seeing all the shocks under Whis, Son Goku heaved a sigh of relief, and followed suit to undo Super Saiyan status. But he found that Beerus was looking towards the 6th universe with a serious expression at the moment. What's wrong? Son Goku followed suit. It was discovered that the shield on the 6th universe was opened by Subai. And judging by his expression, it is quite easy to open the protective cover. Is it that strong? Son Goku couldn't help whispering. The full power of the two Super Blues was released, but the aftermath forced him to use the Super Race transformation. And the guy on the other side was just normal, so he blocked these attacks. The King of Saiyan is really powerful. Son Goku clenched his fists unconsciously. At this moment, Beerus whispered. This guy is very strong. Hi! Son Goku was taken aback. Yes, very strong. Whis followed suit. Master Whis and Beerus praised him for being strong. Son Goku felt his blood boil. Great, my only worry now is that I am not strong enough to play a wonderful game with him. Hope I can make a breakthrough and not let my opponent down. In the ring. Ah! The two unscrupulously broke out with all their strength. In the middle of the move duel, because of the power is too strong, there is a sense of distortion. It seems that the space will be distorted at any time. Is that all you have? Brat! Vegeta gave a fierce push. Boom! Fighting moves, fiercely suppress Gabe. Humph, don't underestimate Saiyan. Gabe gritted his teeth and exploded. This time, the confrontation between the two came to the same level again. Very good, this is how I look like Saiyan. Seeing Gabe who gritted his teeth and insisted, Vegeta snorted coldly. Boom! The two of them exerted their strength again, and their energy skyrocketed again. In this confrontation, the two raised their energy to the limit respectively. This pure energy duel lasted for nearly 20 minutes. Everyone was a little tired from watching it. Gabe is really serious, it's moaning. Caulifla yawned. This showdown of pure energy is really boring after watching too much. The outcome will be determined. Subai signaled Caulifla not to worry. Ultra Blue transformation is extremely energy consuming, coupled with continuous high-frequency output. It seems that the two of them are powerful now, but they are absolutely exhausted. That's right. Although Super Blue is strong, it consumes a lot of energy, not to mention the maximum power. Caulifla nodded. 20 minutes, the limit. In the arena. Ah! Vegeta and Gabe roared. The energy of the two has reached its peak. What a powerful ability! The strength of Vegeta and Gabe is daunting. The host explained wildly. I don't know how long the two contestants can last. At this time, the strength of Vegeta and Gabe weakened at the same time. Here we come. The 6th universe, the 7th universe, all masters are new students. There look, the turning point, is coming. Boom! Suddenly. The ultimate flash match. There was a bang. Moment. The moves of the two erupted into brilliant flames. Huge energy dissipated at the same time. Their energy is all exhausted. Ah! The move caused an explosion due to insufficient energy. The two were also the first to bear the brunt, and were repelled a few steps by the huge aftermath. You bastard, you can fight. Vegeta wiped his nose. You are also very strong. Gabe gasped a few times. Hi! That's natural, I'm the Prince of Saiyan. After saying this, Vegeta wanted to cheer up. But in the end, not to mention a higher level, Kailan directly became a super race. Chapter 34, Winner. What? Vegeta stretched out his hands, watching the flames around him turn from blue to golden. Damn, too much energy consumption, degenerated into Super Saiyan. Vegeta clenched his fists, rather unwilling. 7th Universe's bench. Oops. Beerus' expression changed. Vegeta has run out of strength. Chao Lan still consumes too much energy. Son Goku also had a dignified expression. Because on the field, Gabe is still in a Super Blue state. Super Blue vs. Super Saiyan, the results speak for themselves. 6th Universe's bench. Okay. Gabe pursues the victory. Defeat him directly. Caulifla threw a fist. Hearing Caulifla's shout, Gabe whispered. I know. Then followed by an explosion, wanting to rush up. In the end, he just took a step. The energy of Kailan completely dissipated. In an instant, it degenerated into a Super Saiyan. Good. Now Beerus was excited. Now it's all Super Saiyan confrontation, and the opponent's advantage is gone. The strength of these two people is too close. Whis commented. This battle to the end is a competition of willpower. In the arena. Oh. Another turning point. Both contestants have degenerated due to too much physical exertion. The host explained this excitedly. Chi, you kid, you've reached your limit. Vegeta snorted softly. Sorry, I have to win this battle. Gabe took a deep breath. Even if it's just Super Saiyan, I'll beat you. After saying this, Gabe rushed towards Vegeta directly. You're not ashamed. You're too young to beat me. Vegeta put on a fighting pose. At the moment when the two are about to fight, the strength of the two receded again, returning to normal. 6th Universe's bench. Hey hey! Caulifla looked at the result on the field and panicked. How come it's all degenerated? It seems that the previous Kaelin confrontation completely emptied the two of them. Subai pondered. In this way, there will be no trace of energy in the two of them. If I'm not mistaken, they are all trying to hold on now. In the arena. Boom! Vegeta punches Gabe in the body. Ahem! Gabe took a few steps back, but there was no damage at all. Mr. Vegeta, your fist has no strength at all. I guess, your strength must have been exhausted in the duel just now. It seems that the victory of this battle is mine. Gabe chuckled, then rolled over and kicked Vegeta. As a result, Vegeta also remained motionless. Boy, it seems that you don't have much strength anymore. Vegeta grabbed Gabe's ankle and threw him out. Stubborn guy, I thought you still had some strength. It seems that the winner of this battle is mine, Vegeta. Cough cough. Gabe was thrown on the ground, coughing a few times in embarrassment. He thought he still had the strength to kick, but he didn't expect that he didn't even have the strength to kick someone. Damn it! Just as Gabe was about to stand up, he found that one of his legs was limp and fell directly on the ground. He really didn't have any strength left. Little devil, remember, the one who defeated you was Saiyan's prince, Vegeta. Vegeta walked slowly in front of Gabe, grabbed Gabe's leg, and threw him out with force. Gabe was thrown out by Vegeta because he lost all his strength. There is absolutely no power to fight back. Moreover, since it is a rule in the arena, qualifying is tantamount to failure. Gabi qualified. The host announced the result the moment Gabi qualified. Vegeta of the 7th universe wins. 6th universe's bench. Hey! Gabe, how could you just lose like that? Caulifla waved her fist unwillingly. Damn it, you actually lost. Kampa also bared his teeth when he saw Beerus' embarrassed look. Damn it! I was stunned by this guy. But thinking of Subai's strength, Kampa felt much more at ease. Humph, bastard Beerus, I'll let you be proud for a while, can you still laugh when I see you later? Awesome! As for Subai, after watching it for a long time, he said something amazing. This time, the 6th universe was shocked. Sharp! Subai even praised his opponent for being amazing. Are our ears wrong? You will know after a while, Vegeta is really powerful. Subai pondered. Caulifla, you bring Gabe back first. Yes. Master. Caulifla flew to the ring, and at the same time brought a fairy bean to replenish Gabe's energy. The 7th universe, everyone is boiling. Great job. Vegeta. Beerus jumped up straight away. Haha, Kampa, are you doing it on purpose? Ha ha ha. Kampa, you are doomed. Gabe, a super blue level player, has been eliminated. Isn't the 6th universe's vitality greatly damaged? Mr. Vegeta is amazing. Whis also admired. Using Kaelin against Kaelin, he just defeated the opponent. Well, Vegeta not off a hard bone. Beerus rejoiced. Fortunately, they won this Ultra Blue duel. If they lose, then they can only count on Son Goku. P.S. Regarding Jiazhong, 1 reward for 1 agreed upon, and 5 more rewards just now. Tomorrow will be full, and the day after tomorrow will be 4 plus 5, sorry. The author himself didn't expect to receive so much data, and his hand speed couldn't keep up. The plus is really full. Let's vote the data to other books. The author is a little bit immobile. If there are 9 changes a day. Thank you for your support. Chapter 35. Next, let's see how many matches Vegeta can win. Beerus looked at Vegeta standing on the ring. Can't help but be full of hope. Hearing this, a trace of inexplicable flashed in Whis' eyes, and he didn't say much. As expected of Vegeta. Son Goku clenched his fists, his blood boiled after watching this battle. I wish I could play sooner. Snapped. Beerus gave him a big sum straight away. Don't say such bad words. Beerus gave Son Goku a hard look. It's bad luck, I just want to play early. Son Goku held his head. You play, it means that our universe is pushed to the limit. Beerus glared at Son Goku. Do you think it's fun? Well, Master Beerus, I was wrong. Son Goku scratched his head. Under the ring, Caulifla helped up Gabe who fell to the ground. Gabi, fairy bean. A fairy bean was stuffed into Gabi's mouth. Thank you, caulifla. Gabe ate the fairy beans, and his physical strength recovered in an instant. I'm sorry, I failed to defeat him. Gabe looked at caulifla apologetically. It's okay, you lost, and me. Caulifla snorted lightly. I just happened to have an itchy hand too, just wait and see, I'll beat them all up by myself. Well, looking forward to your battle. After saying this, Gabe flew to the ring and looked at Vegeta who was standing. Thank you, Mr. Vegeta, it is my honor to play against you. Gabe bowed slightly. However, Vegeta ignored him. Gabe scratched his head. Gee, this uncle is really rude. Caulifla snorted coldly. He didn't even say a basic hello. Caulifla looked at Vegeta unhappily. But in the next second, Vegeta, who was still standing, fell directly to the ground. Hi! The two were surprised. What's going on? Gabe was shocked, he felt that Vegeta's breath was very weak. Is there any fairy beans? Caulifla. Yes. Caulifla stuffed the jelly beans to Gabe, and Gabe hurried to Vegeta's side. Picking up Vegeta who fell to the ground, he stuffed Seta to him. Vegeta's sudden fall to the ground also aroused the amazement of the two players. Why did Vegeta fall? Both Beerus and Son Goku were surprised. Because you were all celebrating your victory and didn't notice that Mr. Vegeta was already exhausted, Whis explained. In other words, after fighting Gabe, he has no strength at all. Mr. Vegeta and Mr. Gabe have the same strength. Gabe doesn't even have the strength to stand up. Of course, Mr. Vegeta is not much better. In the end, the reason why he was able to stand up and throw Gabe off the ring was entirely due to his own belief. Mr. Vegeta is amazing. With the same strength, Gabe can't stand up, but Vegeta can still walk a few steps. After throwing Gabe down with his own beliefs, he completely lost all his strength. Sixth universe here. That's why, I just said that Vegeta is very powerful. Subai was also explaining to everyone. With the same strength, and the same exhaustion, Gabe can't even stand up. However, Vegeta was able to grit his teeth and rely on his own willpower to throw Gabe down. Gabe's willpower is very strong. After all, he is a fighter I have trained. I can't understand how strong he is. But that's it, the willpower is nowhere near Vegeta. This guy is indeed a Saiyan elite who has experienced life and death battles since he was a child. His willpower is really terrifying. That's it. Kampa also suddenly realized. It seems that this Vegeta should not be underestimated. On the ring, after eating Gabe's fairy beans, Vegeta slowly opened his eyes. Hi? Vegeta was in a daze for a moment before realizing it. I won. That's right, Mr. Vegeta, you won. Gabe helped Vegeta up. You passed out just now, and we gave you fairy beans. Gee. Vegeta pouted. Hey, uncle. Caulifla stood in front of Vegeta. Your next opponent is me. I won't lose to you just like Gabe. Looking at Caulifla in front of him, Vegeta was silent for a while. I surrender. Afterwards, Vegeta walked straight off the ring. Hi. At this moment, the contestants on both sides were dumbfounded. Even his opponent, Caulifla, was a little confused. 7th Universe's bench. Hey! Vegeta, do you know what you're talking about? Beerus walked up to Vegeta. I'm exhausted, it's against the rules to eat fairy beans. Vegeta glanced at Beerus. It's impossible for me, Vegeta, to stay in the ring after brazenly breaking the rules. Continuing to stand in the ring, every second is a shame for me. You. Beerus wanted to lose his temper. How much is pride worth? You go and kill a few players from the 6th universe for me. Hi, Vegeta. At this moment Son Goku came over. In the end, you were really amazing. You just relied on your will to defeat your opponent. I don't remember, actually when Gabe kicked over, I almost passed out, Vegeta said. By the time I was walking towards Gabi, my eyes were out of sight. That's why I said, you are amazing. Your willpower is too strong. Son Goku praised. I just don't want to lose to Saiyan Kid, you know I'm a prince. Vegeta snorted coldly. Chapter 36. 6th Universe here. Great! They were eliminated again. Kampa jumped up excitedly. Now there are only 3 players left on both sides, and they still have Subai to win. Vegeta, this bastard, is really hateful. Subai whispered. Take care of yourself, throw us a fairy bean to restore our players to full strength. Then when we gave him the fairy beans, we said that our pride would not allow us to do this. In this way, we took advantage of them. Vegeta's pride made Subai a little upset. After all, Subai is also a very proud person, let him take advantage of others, how could he be willing to do that? On the ring, Gabe watched Vegeta leave. What a proud Saiyan, is this what he means by pride? Gabe, who has never understood what pride is, suddenly has some understanding. Can I be as proud as him? It feels like this is the real Saiyan. When Gabe lost his mind, the host came over. Ahem, that Gabe player, as a player who has been eliminated, please leave. Don't affect the new round of players, their games. I'm sorry. Gabe bowed hastily, and then flew away from the arena. In the air, Gabe scratched his head. Alas, I still can't be proud. In the arena. Hey! 7th Universe, where are your next contestants? Come out. Caulifla looked in the direction of 7th Universe. Where are our players? Beerus was also circled. Whose turn is it next? It's Bu's turn. Son Goku looked around and saw that Bu was playing with Satan. Hey! Mr. Satan! Now it's Bu's turn to compete. Is it Bu's turn already? Satan nodded, then looked at Bu. Mr. Bu, you are going to. When Satan persuaded Bu. On the ring, Caulifla kicked the ring under her feet. Then he condensed a Kigong cannon with one hand. Boom! It exploded directly. Huh? Sure enough, the material has improved. Seeing the undamaged arena, Caulifla was very satisfied. I thought Gabe and Vegeta didn't destroy the ring before because they were weaker. Now it seems that the arena has indeed hardened. Vados, who heard Caulifla's emotion in the distance, felt helpless. Is this girl so obsessed with the arena? Fortunately, she had reinforced it before. It's not gods of destruction level power, so it can't damage the ring. Just as Caulifla was feeling emotional, Bu flew into the ring. Hi! Caulifla looked at the little fat man in front of her and scratched her head. You big meatball, are you a contestant in the round of the 7th Universe? Host. Big meatballs. Well, it does have a bit of an image. That's right, it's me. Bu patted his chest. Humph, I thought it was another Saiyan. Caulifla glanced at Son Goku who was watching the battle. In that case, I'll finish you off quickly, and then I'll fight your Saiyan. Okay. Bu nodded. Caulifla. I say beat you, you're okay. Is this guy out of his mind? Ahem, since the contestants on both sides are ready, then. The host held a microphone aside. A new round of competition begins. Caulifla from the 6th Universe, against Majin Bu from the 7th Universe. Devil. Hearing this name, Caulifla sneered and laughed outright. This happy guy, can he be a devil? Ha ha ha. 7th Universe's bench. Old son, do you think Bu can win? Piccolo asked Son Goku. I don't know too well. Son Goku scratched his head. It still depends on the opponent's strength. If she can also transform into Kaolin, I feel Bu should lose. Super Blue shouldn't be that cheap. Piccolo's eyes widened. It's hard to say, those Saiyans are not simple. Son Goku's expression was a bit serious. He could feel that among the 3 Saiyans of the 6th Universe, none of them were simple. Haha, don't worry. At this time, Satan laughed loudly. I've discussed tactics with Bu. Guaranteed to lose. Oh? What tactics? So confident. Beerus leaned over. I asked Bu to directly turn the opponent into chocolate, and then leave the ring. Satan laughed. The opponent will definitely not be on guard. Without transforming, win directly. Huh? Good idea, Satan. Piccolo couldn't help but admire. Although Saiyan is very strong, but before the transformation, he was still not as good as Bu. Yes. Satan also nodded. Perhaps Bu is not your opponent in the battle to the death. But, this is a group arena, just throw it down. Humph, Bu will definitely win. Chi. Sitting in the back, Vegeta snorted unhappily. Vegeta was very upset about these despicable methods, but he didn't say much. If it was me, I should have been recruited. Son Goku nodded and expressed his affirmation. Like this kind of energy beam, people who see it for the first time will not be defensive. Very good. Then win it for me. Beerus felt that this match was inevitable. In the arena. I'm coming. Caulifla rushed directly to Majin Buu. Turn me into chocolate. Majin Buu shot an energy beam directly at Caulifla. Humph. This weak attack also wants to hurt me. Caulifla directly regarded it as an ordinary gas bomb. Book reading fun on Friday. Recharge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity time, April 29 to May 3. Chapter 37. Humph. This weak attack also wants to hurt me. Caulifla directly regarded it as an ordinary gas bomb. Caulifla didn't hesitate, and just waved her hand, hitting the energy beam. She wants to rely on her own strength to directly knock the light beam away. Swish. Caulifla's hand touched the magic beam. Here we come. Satan nervously looked towards the ring. Win. Beerus also clenched his fists. Bu is really amazing. Son Goku sighed. Chi, you're using indiscriminate methods. Vegeta was upset. At the moment when everyone is emotional. Caulifla slapped Majin Buu's magic away. Satan. Beerus. Son Goku. Piccolo. Vegeta? Now, it's everyone's turn to be fooled. Majin Buu's magic light actually failed. Are you kidding me? Hey! Satan, right! Beerus grabbed Satan. You kid, aren't you fooling me? What kind of magic light, is it a lie? No, that's indeed Buu's magic light. Vegeta stood up at this moment. However, it's very strange why it doesn't work for her. In the arena, Bu was also shocked. That's the time. Caulifla has rushed in front of Bu. Boom. Punch. Just knocked Majin Buu's head off. However, although the head flew out, Majin Buu's body was still standing there. Caulifla froze for a moment, what the hell is this? The host was also stunned. Whoosh. At this time, Majin Buu pulled back instantly and gave a header. Boom. Caulifla was caught off guard and was sent flying. In the air, Caulifla spun around a few times, then barely landed, and looked at Majin Buu puzzled. It hurts, this guy, what moves did you use? But when Caulifla looked at Majin Buu in puzzlement, she found that Majin Buu was also looking at her in puzzlement. How did you do that? How did you do that? Caulifla frowned. That's right, it won't turn into chocolate. Majin Buu looked at Caulifla curiously. Because I'm not chocolate. Caulifla said. 6th Universe's bench. Seeing this, Subai smiled. The reason for all this is because of the title of Lord of the 6th Universe. The Master of the 6th Universe can make all humans and creatures in the 6th Universe immune to magic and other moves. Even destruction won't work, so how can magic work? What the hell is this Bu falling to the ground? Kampa looked at Majin Buu puzzled. This strange move, this kind of physique, why doesn't our universe have it? Then, he looked at Vados. Perhaps, it's a specialty of the 7th universe. Vados smiled. Although we are twin universes, there are differences in many things. I see, okay. Kampa scratched his head. This guy looks pretty tough. In the arena. No, you are not chocolate, but I want to turn you into chocolate. Bu tilted his head. I'm asking, why don't you turn into chocolate? Caulifla. What is this guy talking about? I feel like IQ is not good. Oh, I remembered, this guy failed the written test, right? Or the master let him live. After realizing this, Caulifla stopped talking nonsense. In her opinion, talking nonsense with a mentally retarded person is meaningless. Let's make a quick decision. Caulifla was furious. Boom! She transformed into Super Saiyan directly. Sure enough, she can also transform into Super Saiyan. On the 7th universe side, everyone sighed with emotion. Because of Gabe, no one is particularly surprised to see Caulifla transforming now. Ah! Appeared. The same transformation as contestant Gabe. The host excitedly said. It seems that player Caulifla has to be serious. Oh. Blonde hair. Seeing this, Bu jumped up happily. I know this, and I have friends who can transform into this. Seeing his happy appearance, he just put the doubts behind him. Chi, why should I waste time on such a fool? Caulifla clicked her tongue, she was upset, very upset. I also want to play against a strong player. After saying this, Caulifla went directly towards Bu. Oh, here we come. Looking at the rushing Caulifla, Majin Bu used the magic light again. Turn into milk. Get out of the way. Caulifla slapped the magic light directly under the ring. In an instant, the ground under the ring, the stone that was hit, directly turned into milk. The 7th universe is directly surrounded. Isn't this magic useful? Why is it ineffective against this Caulifla? Maybe it's just that she has a special constitution, so she can resist magic. Whis gave an explanation. That's the only way to explain it. Beerus was a little depressed. A trump card on my side is useless. And Caulifla, after slapping off the light beam casually, glanced at it, and was also surprised. This thing can actually turn people into objects. At this time, she suddenly wanted to understand why Bu asked before that she wouldn't turn into chocolate. Am I immune to magic? Caulifla touched her chest, feeling a little scared. In this way, I am the chosen daughter. Chapter 38. Snort. Thinking of this, Caulifla's confidence in facing Bu grew again. If she is immune to magic, she will have no worries. It's really useless. Bu found that the skills were useless, so he scratched his head on the spot. I'm Caulifla, your moves are useless to me, it's normal. Caulifla clapped her hands and rushed forward. Then let's fight. Bu looked at Caulifla who was oncoming. Puff. In an instant, Bu spewed out a large amount of white mist. The breath of the whole person also suddenly skyrocketed by an unknown amount. Swish. In an instant, Majin Bu disappeared in place. Before Caulifla could react, Majin Bu punched her in the face. Boom. Caulifla was knocked down heavily. One strike. Majin Bu has the upper hand. 7th universe's bench. Well done. Majin Bu. Satan shouted excitedly for Majin Bu. I didn't expect this guy to be quite reliable. Beerus was also quite satisfied. I thought there was nothing he could do without magic. Majin Bu suppressed Caulifla with one punch, directly boosting the momentum of 7th universe a lot. 6th universe's bench. Caulifla. Gabe nervously looked towards the ring. Don't worry. Subai looked at the knocked down Caulifla. Are you so unconfident about Caulifla? In the arena. Damn it, it hurts so much. Caulifla got up from the ground in embarrassment. This big fat man hides such a powerful force, and his speed is also very fast. It's really careless. After standing up, Caulifla wiped the corners of her mouth. I was actually injured by him. Looking at Majin Bu again, Caulifla became more cautious. It's not that he is being treated as mentally handicapped. Hoo. Majin Bu stood in place, dancing a strange dance. As if celebrating himself, he hit the opponent with one punch. Hey! Caulifla called out to Bu. Hi! Majin Bu stopped dancing and looked at Caulifla. Little fat man, I admit that I underestimated you a little bit before. Caulifla wiped her nose. Now, come to the second round. Boom! As soon as the words fell, the aura on Caulifla's body soared. Crackling electric arcs also continuously gushed out from Caulifla's body. Super Saiyan Stage 2. Oh, you have become stronger. Majin Bu nodded. Caulifla snorted softly, and disappeared in place in an instant. Hi! Before Majin Bu could react. Swish! Caulifla appears in front of Majin Bu. Boom! One punch, hit Majin Buu in the stomach. Wow! It's so bad, it's itchy. Majin Buu scratched his head. What? Physical attacks are useless. Caulifla was shocked. Hey! Majin Buu sucked it with his stomach. Let it go. Caulifla was thrown out directly. Auditorium of the 7th universe. Haha, good. Well done, Buu. Satan was excited. Take advantage of this momentum and directly win this game. It's quite capable. Beerus also nodded in satisfaction. Now Buu has the upper hand, much to Beerus' satisfaction. On the other hand, look at the 6th universe. Hey! Is this Caulifla really okay? Seeing Beerus's proud look, Compa was very upset. Has Master Compa forgotten? Caulifla can also transform into Chow Lana. Vados reminded. Oh, that's right. Hearing this, Compa felt relieved, and then shouted towards the ring. Hey! Caulifla, he is immune to physical attacks, attack with energy. Use energy. On the ring, Caulifla curled her lips in displeasure when she heard Compa yelling. Fat cat, do I need your reminder? Chi. Afterwards, Caulifla slowly put her hands on her waist. Humph, since that's the case, I'll hit you with an energy attack. 7th universe, in the auditorium. Hey, this pose, isn't it? Master Roshi in the audience was stunned. It seems so. Kellen was also surprised. Really? Yamcha couldn't help sighing. Because, in the arena, the pose that Caulifla poses is Kamehameha. In this regard, Subai is very calm, because this is his guidance. He learned it from the system, and then he taught it to the Saiyan family. Seeing how shocked Master Roshi and the others looked, he chuckled lightly. He did it just to see their shock. Kamehameha. Caulifla instantly released a huge wave of energy. Oh! Majin Buu opened his mouth wide, and took a bite. Just swallowed Caulifla's Kamehameha. This time, it was Caulifla's turn to be stunned. What are you kidding? Physical attacks are invalid, and energy attacks are also invalid. What kind of monster is this? Wow, it's delicious, can you have another one? Majin Buu looked at Caulifla expectantly. What? You actually said my moves are delicious. Caulifla felt ashamed. My big move was actually eaten by someone as food. Okay. Then you can come and eat again. Caulifla put on the driving again. It's just that the power this time will be countless times stronger than before. If you have the ability, you can eat and watch. Super. Kamehameha. Boom. Caulifla released a huge wave of energy. Majin Buu opened his mouth directly when he saw this. Only. This time, the energy is indeed much stronger. It directly pierced his mouth. By the way, the whole head was blown off. Chapter 39. Buu's head was knocked off. Caulifla was also stunned. It has nothing to do with me. Caulifla wiped the sweat from her forehead. It's what he insists on eating, and he doesn't know how to avoid it. It should be that he courted death by himself, so you can't blame me. In the 6th universe, Compa also stared wide-eyed. Hey, is this our foul? This. Gabe was also dumbfounded, is this considered murder? This is a foul, right? On the 6th universe side, there is no fluctuation in Subai, Het, and Vados. Hey! On the 7th universe side, seeing the collective excitement of the 6th universe, Son Goku smirked. Boom! Beerus directly gave Son Goku a big sum. You're still laughing. Why are you laughing? That guy was killed. Beerus glared at Son Goku. Ahaha, Master Beerus, don't get excited. Son Goku scratched his head. Actually, this is Buu's ability. Son Goku told Beerus about it. Oh, that's it. Beerus nodded suddenly. In the arena. Hey, are you okay? Seeing that Buu didn't fall to the ground, Caulifla felt that this guy, maybe he's alright? So, she stepped forward cautiously and tentatively poked Majin Buu's stomach. Woohoo! Majin Buu suddenly stretched out his hands. Hi! Caulifla, who was full of vigilance, jumped away in an instant. This guy. Sure enough, he is still alive. Obviously, this is a special life. Can live without a head. After all, she has been fighting in the universe for several years, and Caulifla has seen quite a few of this kind of special life. Not too surprised. It turned out to be a special life. Kampa and Gabe were also relieved. It's good that no one is dead. Dead man is foul. In the arena, Caulifla, who distanced herself from Majin Buu again, took a deep breath and looked at her opponent cautiously. This time, she will not underestimate Majin Buu. However, Majin Buu was still touching his disappearing head. This guy, what are you doing down there? Caulifla pondered for a moment. How about I call directly? It seems pointless to delay like this. With this in mind, Caulifla is about to rush forward. Swish! In an instant, Majin Buu, who lost his head, rushed to grow his head. Hey! It's finally grown! Majin Buu patted his head in satisfaction. Caulifla paused as she was about to rush in front of Majin Buu. Are you kidding? Can you regenerate without a head? Even the strongest Namek people have to keep their heads. Isn't this stronger than the vitality of the Namek people? Etc. Seems like something is wrong. Caulifla stopped in her tracks with a strange expression on her face. At this time, Majin Buu, who had been touching his head, seemed to have come to his senses. Hey, I seem to have a head turned upside down. At this moment, the back of Majin Buu's head is facing Caulifla, while the front grows to the back. Click! Majin Buu turned his head 180 degrees. Cough! Caulifla staggered. Are you kidding me? Are you wiping your own neck? Hey, this time, everything has recovered, we can fight hard. Majin Buu stood there and made a face. This guy, what kind of monster fell to the ground? Caulifla secretly bared her teeth. She has experienced quite a few battles, but this is the first time she has seen such a difficult monster. It feels like a completely upgraded version of the Namek people. Caulifla mused secretly. Just at this time, Buu stood where he was, and swung his arm directly, with a whoosh. Hit Caulifla. All parts of the body can elongate. Caulifla quickly jumped back. Boom! Buu's punch hit the ring hard, but Caulifla dodged it. Don't underestimate me. Caulifla, who jumped backwards, instantly had an air blade. When Buu was about to withdraw his arm, he cut off his arm directly. Swish! Majin Buu, who lost his wrist, pulled his arm back in an instant. What? Do you still feel the pain? Caulifla looked at Buu provocatively. Majin Buu withdrew his arm quickly. Caulifla thought he was afraid of pain. Hey! Majin Buu, who lost one hand, just scratched his head. I'll see how you can regenerate after I cut you into pieces. Caulifla snorted. This battle is still my victory. Ah! Caulifla is about to charge. Sudden. She found that something was wrapped around her ankle. What? What is this? Caulifla bowed her head. Crash! The wrist that was cut off by Caulifla instantly became long, binding his whole body at once. In the auditorium of the 6th universe, Gabe was shocked. What kind of move is this? Even Sayonel can't do it. Originally, he just thought that Buu was similar to Namek. Now it seems that this is much better than the Namek people, right? What a strange creature. Even Gods of Destruction Kampa was a little surprised. He really was seeing this creature for the first time. As for the 7th universe, everyone was relatively calm, only Vegeta spit without a trace. Asshole! Use your own meat to entangle the enemy, this attack method. Vegeta has experienced it herself, so she is very upset. In the arena. Ah! Caulifla burst out with all her strength, but found that she couldn't struggle at all. Hey! Majin Buu hooked his fingers. Whoosh! The piece of meat tied Caulifla and rushed directly to Majin Buu. Chapter 40. Hey, let me go! Caulifla kept getting angry, but found that she couldn't struggle at all. Whoosh! In the blink of an eye, the lump of meat flew in front of Buu with Caulifla. Hey! Buu stretched out his fist, which was the hand that was severed just now. It has now grown back. Boom! With a direct punch, it hit Caulifla hard on the face. Ah! Caulifla screamed, and was hit directly to the ground. Hi! Majin Buu jumped up. He wanted to hit Caulifla with the momentum of thunder. Damn it! Caulifla looked at Majin Buu, who hit him. I looked at myself again, I wanted to use my strength but couldn't. Okay. It really can't save power. Ah! Boom! The moment Majin Buu was about to hit Caulifla, red flames soared into the sky. Boom! Huge energy burst out. Directly fry Majin Buu to pieces. Super Saiyan God, also known as Super Saiyan Red. Caulifla transforms successfully. 7th Universe's bench. It's Super Saiyan Red. Son Goku murmured. Sure enough, these Saiyans can all transform into Super Saiyan God. I don't know if I can turn into blue. Vegeta was silent. It should be okay, after all, the previous Saiyan turned into blue. Son Goku responded. Chi, when did Chao Lan become so worthless? Vegeta turned his head angrily. 6th Universe's bench. Hey hey hey! That guy exploded. Kampa's eyes widened. People from the 7th Universe, there is no reaction. This is blown to pieces. Maybe, he has strong resilience, so this injury is nothing. Vados responded. But he exploded. It's all minced meat. Kampa bared his teeth. Caulifla, do you want to save Kaelin's energy? Gabe remained silent. Maybe he judged that using Super Saiyan can solve the opponent. Subai commented. Therefore, she wants to save the super blue energy and use it to deal with the remaining opponents. It should be. Gabe pondered for a moment. Subai was quite emotional. This Caulifla is indeed the most outstanding new generation Saiyan in their universe. There is nothing to say about the fighting talent, and the judgment is very accurate. It is indeed the best to fight against Buu with Super Sailor. Being able to win steadily will not consume excess power. In the arena. Ah! Player Buu exploded. The host was stunned. This. The host looked at gods of destruction on both sides, he didn't know how to judge now. He's not dead yet. Caulifla waved her hand, signaling the host not to worry. I can feel his breath, Majin Buu come out. Call. It was at this time that a gust of wind blew by. All the minced meat turned into a pink airflow, gathering in the sky. Sure enough, he's such a tough guy. Caulifla, who had turned into a Super Saiyan, calmed down a lot. She looked up to the sky, but those breaths were gathering, and Buu would regenerate. It's a good thing it's only a group arena match, as long as you defeat him. If you let me kill him, I really can't think of any way now. At the moment of Caulifla's loss of consciousness, Majin Buu was resurrected and landed directly in front of Caulifla. Alas! Majin Buu stretches his limbs and raises his hands high. As if to say, I am back again. I won't play with you anymore, that's all. Caulifla smiled and disappeared in place. Next second. Pooh! With one punch, it hit Majin Buu directly in the stomach. This time, Majin Buu didn't get stuck in the meat easily. Boom! A whack! The huge impact directly knocked Majin Buu out of the ring. Ah! Contestant Majin Buu from the 7th Universe has qualified. The host shouted hastily. This dangerous game will be won by Caulifla from the 7th Universe. Humph! Caulifla proudly glanced at the knocked down Majin Buu. Huh? I seem to have lost. Majin Buu lay on the ground, scratching his head. 6th Universe's bench. Good fight. Caulifla. Gabe applauded excitedly for Caulifla. Beautiful fight. Kampa also stood up excitedly. Let's go after the victory. This time, there are only 2 players left in the 7th Universe. Haha, I finally beat Beerus once. Looking at the autistic Beerus, Kampa couldn't be more excited. Damn it! You lost. Beerus waved his fist angrily. Lord Beerus, don't worry, leave the rest to me. Son Goku jumped out and pressed his legs. I will be alone, they will clear the customs. Come on. Gukong. It's all up to you. Beerus excitedly held Son Goku's shoulders. Son Goku lost, he really lost this time. Master Beerus, don't be so excited. Son Goku pushed Beerus away, comforting. Even if I lose, isn't there still Monica? The number 1 warrior in the universe, leave it to him, no problem. Oh ho ho, Master Beerus, Son Goku is right. Whis covered his mouth and chuckled. Don't we still have a universe number 1? Don't put too much pressure on Son Goku. Shut up. Beerus glanced at Vados unhappily. What is Monica, don't you know? Really are. Afterwards, Beerus also looked at Monica curiously. This guy, why hasn't he moved for a long time? After looking at it, I realized that this guy had already fainted from fright. Beerus. Grass, a plant. Chapter 41. On the ring stage, the host looked at the victorious Caulifla and announced loudly. Congratulations to the 6th Universe's Caulifla contestant. Then next. I invite Son Goku from the 7th Universe to appear. Son Goku slowly flew onto the ring. Hello. He came up and said hello. Hey. You are the last Saiyan on your side, right? Caulifla said unceremoniously. Yes, I am the last Saiyan. Son Goku had nothing to hide either. Then, come and have a good fight with me. Caulifla took a deep breath. I'd love to fight Saiyan from your universe. You should also be able to transform into a super sailor. Well, that's right. Son Goku nodded. You are the same as me, I also want to fight against the super race gods of your universe. That's really great. Caulifla said enthusiastically. Exert your full strength and have a quick fight with me. Don't let me down. Don't worry. Son Goku took a deep breath and transformed into Super Saiyan God. Very good. Seeing Son Goku taking out the same form, Caulifla was satisfied. Then, the host came out at this time. A new round of Gods of Destruction fighting selection contest begins. Caulifla from the 6th universe, against Son Goku from the 7th universe. Game start. Bang. With the sound of gongs and drums, the two disappeared in place at the same time. Whoosh whoosh. As soon as it came up, Caulifla flew into the air directly. Try this. Countless energy bombs hit the ground and smashed down. Indiscriminate attack? I will too. Son Goku stood on the ground and threw countless air bombs. The air bombs in the air blasted up. Wow! It's really a needle-to-head battle. As soon as it comes up, both sides are full of firepower. The host explained excitedly. It can be seen that this battle will be very fierce. 6th Universe's bench. Tisk, from the beginning, the prince's tactics pay tribute to each other. Subai chuckled. It's really intense. What is the prince's tactics? Everyone was taken aback, what does this mean? Bang bang bang! Countless air bombs exploded directly in the mouth. The energy of this explosion directly set off a huge sound wave. Even the host was almost blown away. It's really full firepower. It's too strong. The host's eyes widened. Good job, Son Goku, isn't it? Caulifla kept throwing air bombs while looking at Son Goku with satisfaction. But she suddenly discovered that Son Goku had disappeared on the ground. Hi! Who? Caulifla continued to release air bombs irregularly. Here! The next second, Son Goku appeared behind Caulifla, elbowed her directly to the ground. When did it appear behind you? Caulifla was shocked and was knocked down to the ground by Son Goku without noticing it for a while. Damn it, I haven't seen how this guy came here, is it that fast? Landing on the ground, Caulifla looked at the sky seriously. But I found that when I looked at the past again, Son Goku had disappeared. People, gone again. It's called instant transmission. Son Goku's voice came from behind Caulifla. What? Here we go again? Caulifla was shocked, and before she could react, she was sent flying from behind by Son Goku. Bang bang bang! The strength was so great that Caulifla directly bumped into the ring 3 times before finally being able to stabilize her figure. Damn it! This insidious move! Caulifla wiped the corner of her mouth, and there was a little blood. Suffering heavy injuries one after another, she was a bit overwhelmed. 7th Universe's bench. Gao Gong. Well played. Just go all out and eliminate the opponent. Beerus became excited. It seems that this time, it's their 7th Universe's turn to win. Damn Compa, you won't be complacent for long. Chi. Vegeta pouted unhappily. He still likes to fight head-on, and this kind of hit and run makes him feel very uncomfortable. Too insidious to lose Saiyan's pride. In the 6th Universe's player bench, everyone raised their hearts to their throats. Caulifla won't just lose like this. Gabe looked at Caulifla worriedly. Hey! caulifla. Don't lose. Win it for me. Or I'll destroy you. Kampa yelled angrily. Hi. Subai glanced at Kampa. Although Kampa can't destroy people or things in the sixth universe, what Kampa said made him very upset. If you can't destroy it, you can't destroy it, but my people are also the ones you can talk about? Ahem, destroy the dust in your house. Kampa also suddenly realized that he was too excited, so he said it smoothly. Hastily changed the subject. In this way, Subai nodded in satisfaction. Lord Gods of Destruction, this imposing and cowardly look is so funny. Vados couldn't help laughing. Damn it, Vados, shut up. Kampa bared his teeth. You are so hateful. Gabe. When the bosses talked, he could only tremble and couldn't get in the words. Come on, caulifla, don't fall here. He can only cheer for his companion from the bottom of his heart. Don't worry, trust caulifla, she won't fall here. It seemed that Gabe had seen through Gabe's worries. Subai whispered. Believe in her talent and skills, she is indeed the most talented Saiyan of your generation. Chapter 42. Yes. Gabe was relieved when he heard Subai said that. However, after comforting Gabe, Subai whispered something. But, caulifla's opponent is the protagonist of the Dragon Ball series. The outcome is still unpredictable. In the ring. After stabilizing her figure, caulifla took a deep breath. Calm down, caulifla, carefully feel the opponent's actions. You are the best, caulifla, come on. You must not lose here. After encouraging herself, caulifla slowly closed her eyes. Super Saiyan God, originally a rather calm transformation, can calm down the always irritable caulifla. Now, coupled with caulifla's active contemplation, her state of mind has become extremely calm and subtle. Felt it. The flow of air. Suddenly, caulifla opened her eyes. Hi. A breeze blows. Boom. Son Goku appeared on top of caulifla and punched him down. But caulifla raised her hand and punched them, and they bumped into each other directly. Hi. Son Goku, who appeared above his head, was slightly surprised that his instant transmission had been cracked by her. This move is useless to me. Caulifla raised her head and looked proudly at Son Goku. The auditorium of the sixth universe. Great. Caulifla. Gabe jumped up excitedly. As expected of you. You are the genius of our Saiyan clan. Caulifla, you are really too strong. Good fight. Kampa couldn't help but feel the joy in her heart. It's really good. Subai also nodded his head in a rare way, and gave a compliment. The heart is like still water, maybe in the future she will be able to reach the state of freedom. Kampa. Nonsense. Blow you. That's it? Still at ease? No matter how much your family intends to break through so easily. I don't know even gods of destruction. Besides, this dodge, blowing the sky, isn't it just a perception? Kampa wasn't surprised why Subai knew Zige, because Vados had told him. Subai's normal state has the shadow of freedom and extreme intention. The two reasonably guessed that Subai should be practicing Zige. But they don't know that Subai's free spirit is already perfect. When Kampa slandered. Hi. Subai turned his head and glanced at Kampa. Are you slandering me? Ah? What? Master Subai, you are joking. Kampa immediately flattered her. How could I slander your boss? Well, I saw that your expression was wrong just now, I thought you were slandering me. Subai nodded. It's fine if you don't have one, I'll give you a bone to eat. Subai dropped a bone casually. Wow! Sauce big bone. Thank you Master Subai for the reward. Kampa rushed forward. Bitten the big bone with sauce on his mouth. Lord Kampa. Vados watched from the side and shook his head. Well. It's hopeless. Imposing gods of destruction. Vados, do you want spicy strips? My latest taste is hot and sour. Subai looked at Vados. Eh? Is there a new version of Lashao? I want it, I want it. Vados' eyes lit up, looking at Subai expectantly. Call me master, I'll give you the spicy strips, because this is specially made for my subordinates. Subai looked as usual. Okay, master, I want to eat spicy strips. Vados looked at Subai expectantly. Here you are. Subai handed the spicy strips to Vados. Vados, who took the spicy strips, ate happily. Chi, rubbish angel. Kampa gnawed on the bone while curling his lips. It's a shame to sell your dignity for food. On the 7th universe side, there is far less joy and laughter than in the 6th universe. Both Beerus and Piccolo looked serious. They thought Son Goku could easily defeat his opponent with instant transmission. He never expected that the opponent would crack it after 2 moves. This is really beyond everyone's expectations. Damn it! Beerus was a little annoyed. Humph, this is Saiyan's fighting talent. Vegeta was serious, but also a little complacent. You're so proud. Beerus directly gave Vegeta a big sum. That's our opponent. If you dare to let me lose, I will beat you up. I'm sorry, Master Beerus. Vegeta hastily put away his complacency, and directly bowed at 90 degrees. Piccolo. It reminds me of Vegeta seeing Beerus for the first time. Chi. Beerus pouted unhappily. In the arena. Ah! Caulifla reversed. Stop Son Goku's attack. The host was also very excited, as if he was the one who reversed the situation. Son Goku looked at the proud Caulifla, slowly withdrew his hand and landed on the ground. Ah, it's good that you can break this trick. After all, I don't want to win in this way. Then you still use it. Caulifla glared at Son Goku. Son Goku just scratched his head. He just wants to defeat his opponent in a way that saves energy as much as possible. Although a little mean, but he really, too eager to fight against a strong man like Subai. Okay, I don't need it anymore. Son Goku slowly assumed his fighting posture. Let's have a good fight, too. Humph, I've been looking forward to it for a long time. Caulifla also assumed a fighting posture. The fist-to-body fight is what every Saiyan yearns for. Here we come. Son Goku rushed towards Caulifla. Come on. Caulifla made a whoosh and disappeared in place. Chapter 43. Huh? People. Seeing Caulifla suddenly disappear in front of him, Son Goku was startled. On top of you. In the next second, Caulifla has already rushed to Son Goku's head. About to hit him in the head. But in the next second, Son Goku's figure also disappeared directly. Eh? Where? Caulifla looked around. I'm lying to you, I guessed it a long time ago, you will attack from above me. Son Goku's figure appeared in the distance. The phantom you hit just now is my move, after Image Fist. Ha, you are so naive. Caulifla snorted. He even took the initiative to tell his enemy the moves he used. Son Goku smiled. I hope you can have a wonderful contest with me. Other than that, Son Goku didn't say much more. Humph, don't be ashamed, if it's you, don't be easily defeated by me. Caulifla wiped her nose. Come. The two disappeared instantly. Boom. Boom. A loud noise came. It was when the two were fighting each other in the air that there was a loud voice. Boom. The two grabbed each other's hands in the air and wrestled with each other. You are really strong. Son Goku couldn't help but praise. Are you still a child? When I was your age, I was far less powerful than you. I really don't know how you train. Vegeta and I worked hard for a long time to reach this point. Uncle, you are too long-winded. Caulifla spat angrily. Really? Haha, I just want to say, I'm so excited to fight against someone as strong as you. Son Goku turned around sharply. With a whip kick, he was about to kick towards Caulifla. Chi. Caulifla raised her hand. Boom. The huge collision sound resounded through the audience again. Caulifla. Let's fight together and break through the limit. Chi, uncle, you are really long-winded, you know, I have no limit. Bang bang bang. The battle between the two became more and more intense. In the player's seat of the 7th universe, Vegeta crossed his arms and couldn't help but snorted coldly. Chi, this guy cockroach, what did you say beyond the limit? Bastard, do you want to get rid of me again? This bastard boy, he won't really break through the limit in the game, right? This is the difference between you and Lao Sunday. Piccolo came over at this time. It is because of Lao Sun's mentality that he can surpass the limit time and time again. You. Chi. Vegeta turned his head angrily. Seeing that Vegeta was not interested in listening to his lecture, Piccolo could only give up and didn't say anything. On the ring, the battle between the two is getting more and more intense. It can even be said that the strength of the two is constantly rising. As if there is really no limit. Son Goku suddenly appeared behind Caulifla, and then kicked out. The moment Caulifla was kicked, she also had a backhand, grabbing Son Goku's ankle directly. Swish! Caulifla threw Son Goku straight to the ground. Boom! Son Goku fell heavily to the ground, and Caulifla didn't have time to be proud. Son Goku clamped his legs directly and clamped Caulifla's arm. A throw away. Throw Caulifla directly to the bottom of the ring. You want to use this method to eliminate me? It's not that easy. Caulifla roared. Instantly used the flying technique to control the body, and rushed to Son Goku again. I never thought that I could beat you so easily. Son Goku kicked a carp from the ring. Standing up straight, he looked at the oncoming Caulifla. I want to beat you head-on. Boom! Son Goku punched Caulifla again with a punch in the face. 6th Universe's bench. It was a wonderful duel. Gabe couldn't help but sigh with emotion. These two people are really not bad. Compa not at the bones while praising. However, they should all be able to transform into Kailan, right? Why don't you just transform into Kailan and deal with the opponent? Because after the Super Blue transformation, the energy will drop significantly. Subai explained. After the energy drops sharply, the subsequent battles will be more difficult. These two people are fighting freaks. They want to save as much energy as possible and save them for the next battle. Chi, I really don't understand you Saiyan, what's the point of fighting? Compa glanced at the ring. It's not as good as food. Speaking of which, if the 7th universe is eliminated again. Gabe looked in the direction of the 7th universe. They have only the last player left, and they don't know how strong they will be. I don't feel angry, it should be very strong. Frost, who had been silent all this time, came over. It looks harmless to humans and animals on the outside, it seems to be the type to pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger. Gabe also agrees. He looked solemnly at the last player in the 7th universe, Monica. In the face of such a wonderful game, he can remain indifferent, which is enough to show his strength. Frost praised. It makes sense, maybe the Super Red battle is not worth mentioning in his opinion. Gabe also echoed. It's probably the same as Master Subai, with incredible strength. Subai. Monica. On the ring, the two fought crazily for another moment. Bang. The two distanced themselves. Ha, uncle, I didn't expect you to be very good at fighting. Caulifla looked at Son Goku provocatively. It seems that it's just this transformation, I can't beat you. Son Goku also scratched his head helplessly. Chapter 44. Then, shall we go further? Caulifla took a deep breath, the meaning behind these words was self-evident. Well, let's transform again. Son Goku gritted his teeth. Damn it, I can't save all my energy to deal with the other two players. Thinking of this, Son Goku glanced at Hit and Subai unwillingly. No way. Son Goku took a deep breath. He understood that if he didn't turn into Kailan, the other party would become Kailan. At that time, he will not be an opponent at all. If he lost like this, he would be even more unwilling. Bring it on. Ah! Son Goku clenched his fists, and more strength gathered on him. Humph, the real battle has just begun. Caulifla also snorted softly. Boom! Huge energy erupted from her body. The two of them turned into Super Blue one after another. Ah! The two contestants also have blue hair. The host explained excitedly. It seems that the two contestants have used their full strength. Everyone watching the battle also tensed up. Super Blue means that both of them are serious. Hey uncle! Super Blue Caulifla looked at Son Goku provocatively. I'll blow you away with one move. Oh? Are you trying to decide the winner with one move? Son Goku looked at Caulifla. That's right. Having said that, Caulifla put her hands on her waist. Kamehameha. Son Goku took a deep breath. Okay, then come on. I will use my best Kamehameha to compete with you. Bring it on. Turtle. Group. Gas. Achievement. The two shout Kamehameha in unison, and attack each other together. Boom! The two super blue energies collided so fiercely. 7th Universe's bench. Damn it! Beerus punched the seat angrily. What are you doing? You even used a big move to fight again. Is this going to repeat Vegeta's old path? Thinking of this makes Beerus angry. The competent general on my side actually ran out of energy because of the confrontation. With the lessons learned from Vegeta, Son Goku should not repeat the same mistakes. Whis explained from the side. Son Goku, that idiot, would he think so much? Beerus questioned. Master Beerus, don't forget Son Goku's talent in battle. Whis shook his head. Hearing this, Beerus was silent for a moment. He thought again, when Son Goku was still immortal, he could sense his attack. Then dodge. It has to be said that Son Goku's fighting talent is indeed very high. Maybe he's an idiot, but in battle, Master Beerus, don't worry. Whis continued. Besides, Master Beerus, even if you are worried, what can you do? Rely on Monica. Having said that, Whis covered his mouth and laughed lightly. Beerus, can you stop talking about Monica? In the ring. Ah! Son Goku and Caulifla also used energy to fight. The host shouted excitedly. It seems that after this time, the outcome will be decided soon. Ah! Caulifla violently increased her energy output. Uncle! I want to defeat you in one blow. Moment. Caulifla's Kamehameha overwhelms Son Goku's Kamehameha. After feeling that the opponent erupted with stronger power, Son Goku didn't increase his power, it was just an instant transmission. Whoosh! Appeared directly behind Caulifla. 7th Universe player bench, Beerus' eyes lit up when he saw this. Great job, Goku! Just draining her energy like this. Vegeta, you are too brainy, you should get out of the way when the opponent increases energy. In this way, the opponent has consumed a huge amount of energy, and the victory is ours. Chi! Vegeta turned his head away. How could it be that simple? With a personal speed, how could it be faster than the energy shock? That guy Kakarot, you can use instant transmission to avoid. It simply wouldn't be possible without instant transmission. In the ring, Caulifla's move swallows Son Goku's move. The moment Son Goku evaded, he passed towards the crowd in the spectator stands. Not good. Vados and Whis were just about to make a move. Whoosh! Subai appeared in front of the spectator seats, a kick. The two Kailan's full-strength attacks were just kicked into the air by Subai. At the same time, directly shatter the protective cover in the air. However, at the moment when the protective cover was broken, Vados waved the scepter and repaired the protective cover directly. All of this happened in 0.1 seconds. Even shorter. Watch Subai blast the energy away. Ah! Everyone in the auditorium breathed a sigh of relief. Because everyone in the spectator seats is Kellen, Shishi, these powerless people. The strongest one is probably Nobi Rice. Thank you, you are such a nice person. Kellen walked forward and expressed his gratitude to Subai. It's nothing more than a little effort. Looking at the bald head in front of him, Subai also felt very kind. However, Kellen, where is your wife? Why didn't you come to the scene? Kellen was taken aback for a moment, and then put on a bitter face. I don't have a wife. I've been single for decades, Goku is a grandpa, and I'm still single. Oh, that's all right. Subai waved his hand and left directly. But then again, how did he know my name was Kellen? Kellen was a little confused. Chapter 45. Quick. Too fast. Beerus and Vegeta are all dumbfounded. Because, Angel Whis and Vados hadn't reacted yet when the energy beam hit the auditorium. Subai actually appeared directly in the auditorium. It's really fast. Although I know that Subai is very strong, the speed shown just now is too exaggerated, right? Hey, Whis, is he really faster than you? Beerus bared his teeth. If the opposing player has a speed beyond Angel, then, what do you think, they will lose this match? It seems to be instant transmission, not self-moving. Whis commented. Human speed alone shouldn't surpass our Angel. That's good, that's good. Hearing Whis' affirmation, Beerus heaved a sigh of relief. It's not that exaggerated on the other side, it's good. No, Lord Beerus, you forgot one thing. Whis pointed to the protective shield in the sky. Chao Yian's full blow, which was enough to break the shield, was easily bounced off by him. His strength is probably not weaker than gods of destruction. In terms of combat power alone. What? Beerus slammed and stood up straight away. No way, he can't sit still. Whis, don't tease me. Humans can reach gods of destruction level. Even if it's not, it's probably about the same. Whis whispered. Beerus. What are you kidding? Don't tease me, okay? Master Beerus, don't forget, he is still Saiyan. Whis continued to attack from the side. Saiyan, everything can transform. Having said that, Whis didn't continue talking. Because, what he wanted to express couldn't be clearer. Saiyan can even transform, his normal state is so strong, what happens after transforming? That's impossible. Beerus' eyes widened. A Saiyan can reach this level unexpectedly. Humph, our Saiyan has no limit, if it is Saiyan, nothing is impossible. Vegeta snorted softly. Beerus looked sullenly at Vegeta. Vegeta, you boy, why are you so weak when you are also Saiyan? After hearing what Beerus said, Vegeta, who was still somewhat proud, stepped down in an instant. That's right, I am a majestic Prince Saiyan, why is it worse than others? Is it because my blood is not strong enough? However, he is still proud that Saiyan can rival gods of destruction. But, this time, I can only be proud in my heart and dare not express it. Damn Saiyan, if I knew thousands of years ago, I should have gone to the 6th universe, so Saiyan will be wiped out. Beerus muttered. Master Beerus, you can't afford to lose, right? Whis chuckled from the side. Stop being sarcastic, Whis. Beerus glanced at Whis unhappily. These damn 6th universe Saiyan, I lost the game and lost face in front of Kampa. When I think about hundreds of years from now, Kampa will be embarrassed in front of me, I'm not happy. Oh ho ho ho, has Master Beerus already lost by default? Whis laughed. Otherwise? That guy's strength is comparable to gods of destruction. Beerus bared his teeth. Who on our side can beat him? In the arena, Caulifla hit with all her might. Son Goku directly gave an instant transmission and ran behind her. Damn it! Caulifla clenched her fists as she saw that her full attack was deflected. Damn it! If it hits, the winner will be decided. Then, she staggered and knelt down on one knee. No way, too much physical exertion. She couldn't hold it anymore. Sorry, I beat you this way. Son Goku appeared behind Caulifla. Seeing Caulifla, who was gasping for breath and nearly losing her strength, Son Goku apologized a bit. Although it's a bit despicable, it consumes a lot of your physical strength. But I have to win, I want to play against 2 other guys. After saying this, Son Goku directly punched Caulifla, who was panting. Boom! Caulifla stepped down with one hand. Hey, uncle, what is there to apologize for? Caulifla took a deep breath and stood up with some difficulty. You obviously relied on your own strength to avoid it. If it were someone else, you would probably be blasted to pieces, right? Since you have this strength, it means you are stronger than me. Besides, we are fighting. Since we are fighting, let's fight hard, don't be wordy. Seeing Caulifla struggling to block his attack, Son Goku smiled. If there is a chance, I will definitely fight you once. Next time, I will become stronger and I will definitely blow you away. Caulifla curled her lips. She blocked Son Goku's attack with her left hand, and wiped the corner of her mouth with her right hand. Your strength is quite strong, it makes my body a little bit unbearable. That's because your previous move consumed too much. Son Goku explained. I'm basically at full strength now, you can't stop my attack. Of course I know. Caulifla curled her lips. However, it's not that easy to defeat me. Caulifla's left hand instantly threw Son Goku's fist down. Then, he punched Son Goku straight in the face with his right hand. Boom! Son Goku stretched out his other hand and easily blocked him. You don't have much power left, admit defeat. I'm not a coward like Gabe, it's impossible for me to admit defeat. Caulifla said with full fighting spirit. Uncle, if you continue to grind like this, I will beat you. Alright. After saying this, Son Goku disappeared in place. Damn it, who? Caulifla wiped the corners of her eyes. The injury is so severe that you can't even see clearly. Whoosh! Son Goku appeared behind Caulifla. This time, he didn't talk too much, and just slashed with one hand. Chapter 46. Boom! A hand knife hit Caulifla directly on the back of the neck. In an instant, Caulifla changed directly from a Super Saiyan to a black hair. Caulifla was already in a deficit state after consuming a lot of energy before. After that, Son Goku basically hit with full energy, although she blocked it, but the power still rushed into the body. In a state of deficit, and being hit by a strong blow, Caulifla could no longer hold on. This time, she was directly knocked into a coma. Sorry. Son Goku caught Caulifla when she was about to faint. If there is a chance, I really want to have a good fight with you. Ah! The referee shouted loudly. Caulifla loses consciousness. Son Goku wins. However, although Son Goku won, Beerus did not show much excitement. All because of Subai's kick before. Too strong. He has given up hope of winning the championship. That being the case, it doesn't matter what the final result is. Carrying the unconscious Caulifla, Son Goku brought it to the bench of the 6th universe. Do you have fairy beans? Son Goku handed Caulifla to Subai. Then I'll leave it to you, when she wakes up, let her practice hard. Her talent is very strong. If she cultivates hard, she will definitely surpass me. I look forward to fighting her next time. Subai took Caulifla and glanced at Son Goku. Okay, I'm leaving, looking forward to your next contestant. Son Goku was about to return to the ring. Wait a minute. Subai held the fairy beans and called Son Goku. Hi. Son Goku turned around. Boom. An object flew in, and Son Goku subconsciously picked it up. Then, he looked at the palm of his hand, and found that it was Xiandu. This. Son Goku looked at Subai puzzled. Eat it. Subai took out the fairy beans at the same time and fed them to Caulifla. No, the bean eater fouled. Son Goku scratched his head. As a martial artist, Son Goku also has his own pride. It is absolutely impossible for him to foul in the martial arts meeting. Our contestant Frost ate fairy beans once. Subai said flatly. It's still your player, given by Vegeta, I don't want to owe you favors, so let's eat. That's it, we're both clean. Ah, this. Son Goku scratched his head. This is between you and Vegeta, Don't you want to keep fighting with us with all your strength? Subai coaxed. I want you to play a good game too, so eat it and get back to full strength. Otherwise, this game would be too boring. Okay. Son Goku hesitated. Normally, he would not eat this fairy bean. Because this is so unfair to other players. As a martial artist, how could he do foul things? But he really wants to use his full strength to fight against others, especially Subai. After seeing Subai easily kicked away the energy wave, his desire to fight is even stronger. In the end, Son Goku gritted his teeth and chose to eat fairy beans. After all, the opponents are all people from other universes. If you miss this time, you may not have a chance to fight next time. If he can't fight against such a strong opponent with all his strength, he will regret it for the rest of his life. Okay, I owe you all. Son Goku returned to the ring after eating the fairy beans. At this time, Caulifla woke up leisurely. Hey? How can I? In an instant, Caulifla realized that she was now lying in Subai's arms. Why, am I not in the ring? Caulifla stood up hastily. You were knocked out, so I held you up and gave you celestial beans. Subai smiled and didn't say much. Is that so? I still lost. Caulifla was depressed. Thank you, give me back the fairy beans. It's nothing, you've worked very hard. Subai signaled Caulifla to take it easy. Next time, I will definitely beat that uncle. Caulifla waved her fist. Trust you. Subai nodded, then looked at Hit. Hit, it's your turn next. Yes. Hit stood up slowly, and he, who had been taciturn, said the first sentence. Go ahead and try to take him down. Subai signaled Hit to compete. I will definitely live up to Master Subai's expectations. Hit nodded, and then flew towards the ring. 7th universe over there. Hey, is this purple guy from the 6th round of universe? Beerus glanced at Hit. It's not Saiyan. Didn't Goku hit him casually? Beerus thought about it carefully. If they can force the opponent's boss to take action, then even if you lose, it doesn't seem to be very embarrassing. Master Beerus, you have to know that people should not be judged by their appearance. Whis reminded from the side. Saiyan, it's not the standard for judging strength. But you have to admit, Saiyan shined in this competition. Beerus glanced at Whis. Whis also nodded slightly. Indeed, this time the competition can be said to be all Saiyans' civil war. The 4 Saiyans on both sides staged one wonderful game after another. Compared with the performance of several other contestants, it is undoubtedly a world of difference. In this way, there will be a feeling that it is not Saiyan, and it seems that it is not very good. However, this guy looks familiar to me. Whis whispered. Chi, what can there be? Vegeta snorted coldly. Kakarot will definitely win, as Saiyan, easy victory over the other side. No. Whis frowned, and took out his scepter. Oh, I found out, this person is the legendary killer of the 6th universe, Hittite. What? This is the legendary killer Hit. Beerus was shocked. He had really heard of Hit's name. Chapter 47. Hit the killer? What's that? Everyone else in the 7th universe was stunned. They had never heard the name. That's the legendary killer of the 6th universe. I've heard his name thousands of years ago. Beerus looked serious. I didn't expect that Guy Compa could find this guy to compete. Thousands of years. Hearing what Beerus said, Vegeta and Piccolo were stunned. Can humans live that long? This guy is no weaker than your Saiyans. Beerus took a deep breath. This time, Son Goku is definitely going to be in trouble. In the ring, Son Goku was also stunned. Ah! Are you thousands of years old? Son Goku couldn't help taking a few steps back. That's true, senior. Sorry, so rude. Son Goku bowed deeply. Please allow me to salute you again. Senior, please give me some advice. Yet. Hit just nodded lightly. Then. Gods of Destruction Selection Contest, a new round. The host raised his left hand high. Son Goku from the 7th universe against Hit from the 6th universe. Game start. When? Compa and Beerus also beat the drums together. Aren't you going to transform into Super Saiyan? Hit looked at Son Goku. At this moment, Son Goku has returned to normal. Ah, let's test it first, see if we can save a little power. Son Goku said honestly. Do you want to save your strength with me? Hit's expression was indifferent. Then, you may have miscalculated. Hey! Son Goku just stood there and scratched his head. 6th universe's bench. Come on, come on. Both Caulifla and Gabe looked at the ring excitedly. I've never seen Brother Hit make a move, and I don't know what his fighting style is like. Before, when they were on the planet Sharda, they thought about competing with Hit. However, Hit kept rejecting them, saying that his moves were not suitable for sparring. Therefore, although they are companions, none of them know how Hit fights. I just know that he is very strong, very strong. Other than that, nothing is known. Now, Hit was about to make a move, which also attracted the attention of the two of them. As for Compa, she also looked over curiously. He had heard of it a long time ago, and Hit's name was very famous. As for what kind of fighting style, he is also curious, because Hit has never fought in public. In the arena, Hit put his pockets in and looked at the normal Son Goku in front of him. Son Goku looked at Hit warily and maintained a fighting stance. Aren't you going to attack? Son Goku asked. Then I can do it first. Whoosh! Son Goku stepped a little and rushed directly to Hit. That is, the moment when Son Goku started. Bang bang bang! 3 sunken fist marks instantly appeared on Son Goku's body, and he was directly sent flying. Son Goku, who flew out, flipped several times in the air, and then managed to stabilize his body. Ahem, what's going on? Son Goku stood where he was, with disbelief in his eyes. He didn't see the opponent make a move at all, so why did he get punched 3 times? The spectator seats of the 6th universe. Caulifla rubbed her eyes with her hands. Gabby, did you see that? No, I didn't see anything. Gabe scratched his head. I just saw Son Goku sprint, and then Son Goku flew out. How did Hit make the move? I don't know. Caulifla shook her head. Vados, did you see that? Kampa glanced at the shocked Gabe and the others, and then looked at Vados. No. Vados admitted truthfully. What? Hit's speed is so fast, Angel can't even see it. Kampa was shocked. He took it for granted that Vados didn't see Hit's shot because Hit's speed was too fast. No, Lord Kampa. Vados shook his head. In this universe, there are some creatures that can steal time. Stealing time? What do you mean? Kampa was startled. Caulifla, Gabe, and Frost also pricked up their ears. You can't see Hit's shot, maybe Hit controlled the time. Vados said surprisingly. What? Can someone really control the time? Kampa's eyes widened. What a joke, he is a god of destruction, and he can't control the time. Controlling time doesn't necessarily mean controlling it for a long time. Vados shook his head. According to the situation of Hit's shot, he can probably pause for 0.1 seconds. The timeout is 0.1 second. Kampa scratched his head, realizing something. The auditorium of the 7th universe. Galactic Patrolman Jake watched the game on the field and nodded suddenly. How about it, Jacques, you have good eyesight, can you see? Kellen looked at Jacques. I can't see it at all. Jacques answered truthfully. It's so close that you can't even see Jake. Kellen was startled. No, I've heard that there is a move in this world called Flash Time Kung Fu. Jacques shook his head. It can be controlled for a short period of time, so, we can't see Hit's shot, not necessarily because he is fast. Control time. Kellen was stunned. Hey, Jake, didn't you say that controlling time violates the laws of the galaxy? Bulma poked his head over at this moment. Why don't you go and arrest this heater? I'm afraid of death. Gabe shrank his neck. Bulma. Hee. P.S. Some readers may not read comics, so I will mention it here. Regarding Hit and Shinchi, the settings of the original comics are used here. Shinchi can only suppress those whose energy is similar to or weaker than oneself. Then, Comic Hit is equal to Super Red's combat power, Super Blue crushes Comic Hit, and Flash Time Kung Fu can't suppress it. Of course, after becoming Subai's protector, Hit's strength has improved. Chapter 48. 7th Universe's Bench. So, do you understand? Whis was also explaining to everyone. This is most likely a move called Flash Time Kung Fu. Flash Time. Vegeta was silent. Beerus shook his fist anxiously. Son Goku, can you solve it? It won't be the end, if you don't even force out the boss, you will lose, right? That's too embarrassing. At the very least, force the opposite boss out. Gukong, come on. In the arena. Ah. Son Goku was sent flying as soon as he made a shot. The host explained. Although I haven't seen what's going on, the fist marks on Son Goku's body are real. Hit defeated Son Goku in an unimaginable way. What a quick attack. Son Goku pressed the ground and stood up slowly. So fast that I can't see at all. Are you still coming? Hit cherished words like gold. Of course, otherwise, how would I defeat you? Son Goku took a deep breath and rushed towards Hit again. Punch! Son Goku directly stretched out his right hand and hit Hit's face. Boom! With a loud noise, Son Goku had a fist mark on his head, and flew out again. Whoosh whoosh! Continuous idling, Son Goku stabilized his figure again, and then rubbed his nose. It hurts, it hit me again. Son Goku scratched his head. Damn it, it's like this every time. Before I hit you, you hit me first. Still changing. Hit looked at the normal Son Goku. If you don't transform, you may not have a chance. I want to try again. Son Goku smiled at Hit. Try. Hit sneered. Is this guy trying to find out the flaws in his flash skills? What a joke. Who does he think he is? Since this is the case, I will not try again. The next blow, I will directly eliminate you. Ah, I should have figured out the next move. Son Goku scratched his head, looking a little honest. Who can't talk big? Hit sneered. 7th Universe's bench. Damn it, this time shifting skill is a complete scam. Beerus curled his lips in displeasure. A timeout of 0.1 second is enough for Hit to punch several times. How could this guy, Son Goku, be able to fight? What a bastard, why is there such a thing as flash time power? Master Beerus doesn't believe Mr. Son Goku. Whis covered his mouth and chuckled. Mr. Son Goku, you haven't turned into Ultra Blue yet. Chi, what about Kalen? Beerus bared his teeth. 0.1 second, others can throw him out. Really? Ho ho. Whis laughed a few more times, but didn't say much. It's just that he glanced at Vegeta and found that Vegeta was looking seriously at the ring with his arms folded. Mr. Vegeta, you seem to be very confident in Mr. Son Goku. Whis whispered. Humph, that guy cockroach, although he doesn't want to admit it. Vegeta snorted coldly. But, this guy is a very good Saiyan. Even if it is an opponent who controls time, he can definitely surpass it. In the arena. Then I'll do it again, to show you, I'm not talking big. Son Goku smiled, and rushed straight to Hit. Relatives. Seeing Son Goku rushing towards him, Hit stopped immediately. During the 0.1 second timeout, Son Goku is floating in the air. He clenched his fists tightly and was about to hit Hit, but his abdomen was full of flaws due to the suspension. There are flaws. Hit approached directly and kicked Son Goku in the stomach. Boom. What? Hit was shocked. Because this time, Son Goku put his hand on his stomach and blocked his blow. Sure enough. Son Goku, who was floating in the air, smiled at Hit. Whoosh. In the shock of Hit, Son Goku appeared directly behind Hit and kicked. Boom. Kicked Hit a stagger directly. Fortunately, though, Son Goku was the norm and didn't do much damage to Hit. It just made him a little unsteady. How did you do it? Compared with being hit by Son Goku, what really shocked Hit was that Son Goku actually cracked the flash time. In the blink of an eye, he blocked his attack. How on earth did he do it? Is it a coincidence? The next attack, it won't be so soft. Son Goku instantly transformed into Super Saiyan. On the 6th universe side, everyone was dumbfounded, except Subai. Hey, did that Son Goku just hit? Caulifla rubbed her eyes in disbelief. I don't believe it, it's impossible. Kampa, as gods of destruction, didn't even believe it. Others paused for 0.1 seconds, how can this Son Goku fight back? The 7th universe also aroused everyone's amazement. This guy, Gukong, actually cracked the flash time. Beerus beamed with joy. Mr. Son Goku, you are indeed very talented. Whis couldn't help but admire. Humph, cockroach. Vegeta snorted triumphantly. As if to say, I knew, you can do it. On the ring, Hit looked at Son Goku, who had transformed into Super Saiyan. It's just a coincidence, it's impossible for you to meet me again. By coincidence? Let's try again then. Son Goku assumed a fighting pose. Chapter 49. By coincidence? Let's try again then. Son Goku assumed a fighting pose. Come on. Hit motioned for Son Goku to attack. Whoosh. Son Goku disappeared directly in place. Time to stop. Hit stared. Stopped for 0.1 seconds again. In the time-stopping space, Hit looked at the rushing Son Goku. The flaw this time is from the side. Hit sprints straight, another kick to the side of Son Goku. Boom. This kick was blocked by Son Goku again. What? At this moment, Hit was really shocked. Has your flash time really been cracked? Is it a coincidence once, or is it a coincidence twice? When Hit couldn't believe it, Son Goku had already rushed in front of Hit. Boom. Son Goku elbowed Hit directly in the stomach. Whoosh. Hit dodged and directly avoided the blow. Boy, even if you crack my flash time, my strength is still very strong. After distanced himself from Son Goku, Hit's expression was serious. You don't want to know how I cracked it. Son Goku stood still and looked at Hit in the distance. Heat. I ask you, will you say it? Are you so naive? You know, we are competing in martial arts. In Hit's view, if he has mastered the method of defeating the enemy, it is impossible to tell the enemy. After all, the two are in a hostile relationship. If you tell the enemy, it is equivalent to making the enemy prepared. But actually, after the first two attacks, I probably got out of it. Son Goku smiled at Hit and really started to explain. Although I don't know how you did it, the first two attacks were about 0.1 seconds faster than mine. However, I am also very sure, so I tentatively sold a flaw. Flaw? Hit thought of the opening in Son Goku's abdomen during his third attack after two attacks. It was also when Son Goku started to fight back. As an experienced killer, you should be able to sense my flaws immediately. Son Goku went on to explain. So, I am sure where you will attack, and I will predict 0.1 seconds in advance. Sure enough, I successfully defended against your attack. Predict 0.1 seconds in advance. Hit's eyes widened. Are you kidding me? Does this kind of thing really exist? If you're not an experienced martial artist, you can't do it. Son Goku smiled. I have also experienced a lot of battles and summed up a lot of experience before I can predict 0.1 seconds. The seventh universe, the player's seat. Hey, Goku, what are you doing? Beerus widened his eyes angrily. He actually explained it directly to the opponent. Wouldn't the opponent be prepared? You stupid boy, why don't you tell your opponent about that after defeating him? Humph, that's why he pissed me off, Vegeta snorted coldly. Sixth universe's bench. This idiot actually took the initiative to tell his opponent his moves. Kampa clenched his fists. Very good, Hit, avoid the flaws for me, and beat him hard. Caulifla is a little silent, she fought Son Goku before. Son Goku also took the initiative to tell her the name of the move, after Image Fist. So, this Saiyan named Son Goku, is he so naive? Every time, he would tell his opponent about his moves. On the ring, Hit took a deep breath. Boy, since this is the case, I also give you a piece of advice. Next, I won't attack your flaws again. You have to be careful. Hit himself didn't realize that he suddenly talked more, and even cared about his opponent. Before he knew it, he was influenced by Son Goku. Ah, come on. Son Goku put on a fighting posture, not daring to relax in the slightest. Whoosh! Hit disappeared directly in place. This time, he took the initiative. Time to stop. Hit opened his eyes and paused again for 0.1 seconds. And this time, Hit immediately chose a position to attack. No more weak points to attack Son Goku. Boom! This time, their fists collided directly. What? Everyone present, including Hit, was shocked. What happened? Blocked again. Obviously this time there is no offensive weakness. This random blow, he shouldn't know where I will hit. Son Goku didn't hesitate, and kicked Hit with a whip. Whoosh! When Hit was about to be kicked, he stepped back instantly, and distanced himself from Son Goku again. What happened? Hit looked at Son Goku puzzled. It seems to be looking for an answer. Caulifla, Gabe, Kampa, Vegeta, Beerus and others also looked at Son Goku. They also want to know how Son Goku cracked flash time this time. When a person is attacking, there is a warning. Son Goku also took the initiative to explain to everyone. For example, when you swing your right fist, you have to raise your right hand. This is a more obvious sign. And when you raise your right hand, you pull the muscles in your right arm. The muscle shaking is a relatively minor sign. Your body's muscles, airflow, etc., these can let me predict which part you are about to attack me. Every outstanding martial artist can predict the direction of the opponent's attack through a moment of contact. Of course, only martial artists who have accumulated countless experiences can make such accurate predictions. If you don't accumulate, you can't do it. Chapter 50. And I, with years of combat experience, observed it. Son Goku smiled. Although you no longer attack my weak point, but as long as you predict 0.1 seconds in advance according to your actions, it will be fine. It's not difficult. Heather was silent. Is it not difficult? Sixth universe's bench. Hey! Is this really easy to do? Kampa's eyes widened. Difficult. Vados shook his head. It is quite difficult to accurately predict every blow. He doesn't think it's difficult, maybe it's just because of his rich combat experience. Just like what he said, only martial artists with very rich fighting experience can do it. He must have accumulated a lot of experience to be able to do this. This guy is so perverted. Kampa couldn't help cursing in a low voice. Subai rubbed his chin. As expected of Son Goku, who has been practicing martial arts since childhood, he has a particularly in-depth study of the human body and martial arts. This kind of prediction is really impossible for someone who is not a martial arts practitioner. For example, if you change to Vegeta, or Gabe or something. Although their combat experience is very rich. However, combat experience is not the same as martial arts. A martial artist is a martial artist, a fighter is a fighter, and there is still some difference. In battle, you can constantly adjust your response to different enemies. Caulifla also pondered. This uncle is really getting stronger, so powerful. The next time we meet, I don't know if I can beat him. No, I have to keep improving. Damn it, next time we meet, I have to beat him up. In the arena. Oh! Hit's attacks were blocked one after another. The host shouted excitedly. It seems that the balance of victory has begun to tilt towards Son Goku. Chi! Hit cut, and then also put on a fighting posture. Son Goku, don't think that you can defeat me if you crack the flash time. I'm not, I only rely on Shan Chi's. Ah, I never underestimated you. Son Goku also took a fighting pose. Be a little more serious. Hit slammed and disappeared in place. Son Goku stared at Hit. Come, here. Son Goku kicks behind him. Boom. Hit suddenly appeared behind Son Goku, and the punch matched Son Goku's kick. Sneak attack is useless to me. Son Goku said calmly. Humph. Hit just snorted coldly, followed by another punch. Flash. 0.1 seconds. At this moment, Hit directly used the flash time. Boom. This punch hit Son Goku hard. Hit. On the 6th universe side, Gabe and the others looked excitedly at the ring. It worked. Hit finally hit it again. What's going on? Why did you hit again? Kampa looked at Vados in confusion. Because Mr. Hit has increased strength. Vados explained to Kampa. Mr. Hit's burst of strength is much stronger than Super Red Son Goku. Even without dodge, you can still hit Son Goku, not to mention stealing 0.1 seconds when you use dodge. Tisk. Kampa understood. Chi, you have such a strong power, you should use it as soon as possible, it's scary. You fat cat. Caulifla glanced at Kampa at this moment. Do you think that fighting doesn't need to consume energy? We are saving energy so that we can prepare for the next match. Only when you have to, you can do it with all your strength. You. Hearing Caulifla call herself a fat cat again, Kampa was about to get angry when he got angry. Then, he saw that Subai was also looking at him, and his momentum weakened instantly. What's wrong with me? Caulifla looked at Kampa proudly. It's nothing, I can't afford to mess with it, can't I hide? Kampa closed his eyes and stopped talking. Humph. Caulifla hummed softly, very proud. 7th Universe's bench. Kakarot. Vegeta gritted his teeth angrily, he could tell that Son Goku was hit because he didn't use all his strength. You bastard, you still want to save energy. Mr. Son Goku is like that. Whispers chuckled. Always careless, but so are you, Mr. Vegeta. Huh? What's wrong with me? Vegeta looked at Whis in confusion. You're too nervous, Whis said. It would be nice if the two of you averaged out. Chi, what do you mean by being too nervous? Vegeta turned his head angrily. In battle, you must always be on guard against your opponent's attack. When you encounter an enemy, you must use your full strength to kill them with the momentum of thunder. Whis listened, just smiled, and didn't say much. Perhaps, this is the difference between a martial artist and a fighter. In the arena. Oh. Son Goku, hit by hit. The host explained. This match is full of suspense again. Who will win? How about it, Son Goku? Hit stood still, looking at Son Goku who was knocked into the air. After my strength increases, your prediction seems to be ineffective. Ah, yes. Son Goku scratched his head helplessly. I wanted to save energy at first, but now it seems that there is no way. If you don't transform, Kaya Sehung is not your opponent at all. Come on, Son Goku, let me see your Super Saiyan. Hit signaled Son Goku to attack.